Total Smith here. Make sure y'all subscribe to my boy Downtown Deuce ASAP. Come on, man.
Destination restoration. Destination restoration. Destination restoration. Destination restoration. It's our time. Can you feel the elevation? We on a mission on vacation. Time to create the separation. Championships and motivation. 313 need no explanation. Miss me with all that conversation. We ready for the confrontation. Counting down to our destination. The final destination. Together all the time together. It's us against the world, it don't get no better. We turned it around, that was the beginning. Coming for the crown, you know we winning. Time to put in the work, I'm about to go for step. Taking our prisoners, it's my time. Yeah, I know that it hurts. Saying break out the church, you don't wanna see me in my prime. The mission is to ring, we're caught in everything. In the city, supporting the dream. Vision new I never seen, we deserve to be king. It's all or nothing, no in between. The clock is ticking and I hope you're listening. Don't touch me cause I'm sizzling. Physicality is tipping and mentality is menacing. The dog pound body's crippling. Now the clock is ticking and I hope you're listening. Don't touch me cause I'm sizzling. Physicality is tipping and mentality is menacing. The dog pound body's crippling. Yeah, feel the elevation. We on a mission on vacation. Time to create the separation. Championships and motivation. 313 need no explanation. Miss me with all that conversation. We ready for the confrontation. Counting down to our destination. The final destination.
Detroit basketball. Oh, what up, though, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Downtown Deuce Show with the boss. Man, I gotta tell y'all, man, I did not expect to be doing this much singing post-game, this much, this early, this year, but I am not mad at it, boss. Hope you guys are having a great morning on this second late night of a back-to-back for the Pistons on the road. Boss, how are we feeling?
Whew. Once again, a little too close to comfort, but just the way we were playing the whole game, I knew we would pull it out. So I feel great. We're 2-0 so far.
Yeah, man.
We're really doing it.
It's looking like your prediction may just hold up based off of this 5-game road trip. I know you said you had them going 5-0. We'll get to that later, but you off to a good start. You already beat me when it came to the prediction. I had them going 3-2. We talked about that, but good on you, man. Good on you for sure.
I did change the 4-1, and I still kind of feel that, but the way we're rolling, maybe not.
Yeah, you might be right. We'll see. So, guys, we see you guys in the chat. We appreciate you guys being here late with us, moonlighting tonight. We appreciate all the holiday wishes. Happy holidays to everybody here. You guys see the aesthetic, right? Boss got hers on. I got a big head, so I got to sit back a little bit so it doesn't look too big. She got a nice little compact head, so it looks nice for her. Might fall off if it wasn't for the headphones.
Yeah, mine might fall off because I figured out it's 5 minutes before we started. That's too small for my head, so I kept it. So if it falls off, I'll be here in spirit. So.
No, for sure. So, chat, we see you guys, man. We see you guys in the chat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and get to this super chat, man. Dom came in hot right out the gate, man. So let's get to what he had to say, and then we'll get to some house cleaning things, keeping things, and we'll get to it. Dom says, getting annoying seeing our guys getting whacked constantly and picking up tees, but getting called for ticky-tack BS on defense. League is slick because they try to balance fouls late game when it's decided already. Winning despite. A reaction to that, boss. What do you got to say about that? Because I think he's dead on there.
Yeah, I mean, I was texting you. I had my issues as well. We didn't. Yep. I think we ended the first half, or I think with 3 minutes left in the half, we had 2 free throws, and they were both off the Stuzan one, and they had 14, and it was like most of DeRozan's points. So I see it, but also winning despite. That's the whole thing. Of course, I wish that they could have an easier path if we could stack these free throws. That I think really grow the leads. Mm-hmm. But like I said, we're winning despite. It's just a huge testament to who we are as a team. It's always Detroit versus everybody. And we also got to be making our free throws if we really want to get to the line that much.
Yes, that's a fact. That is a fact. We already are not getting a fair whistle as it is. So when we get there, we got to really take advantage. So Dom, I totally agree with you there, bro. 100%. But like you said, bro, winning despite, and that's what we were talking about, boss. Like despite that, when you play your style of ball, the refs can't save you. Right. And that was the case again tonight. So Dom, as always, bro, we appreciate you showing love, man, contributing, supporting us. We appreciate all you guys for just being here and supporting us. But Dom, as always, man, you've been showing a lot of love. You've been rocking me for a long time since I had like 100 subscribers. So I appreciate your love, man, as always, all you guys, man. Speaking of that, boss, do you want to get to your PSA?
Yes, I do. So just like Dom just sent in a super chat, and he knows because he's been here basically every game this year.
Yeah.
That half of the proceeds from the super chats are going to go to the Holland Group Foundation, which is Ron Holland's family's charity. It's run by his mom. They're all super involved, and it's just just in the spirit of the holiday and giving, we're just going to split those up. So, and also if you don't want to do super chats, you can donate directly. We'll have the link for you. Just let me know so we can shout you out and thank you. So,
yep, we'll have it right in the description. So we appreciate you guys for sure, man. 100%. And if we miss you guys, like she mentioned, just try to post it again for us. Capital letters, capitalize it, repost it, super chat, whatever you guys want to do to support or to get your comment up here, do it. And then we'll do our best to get to you for sure.
Real quick, I have to mention the speed of this. Devin let us know right away who got the
that was fast.
Yep. Yeah.
wait. Is he saying he should get it or that he already got it? Because that's pretty quick if they already did it.
Sometimes they do it quick, I feel like. Like that one time he walked out with it. And
if they did it that quick, man, admin must be on their game if he already did it that quick and got it up and out. But hey, okay.
Let us know, Devin, because I know we appeal to you guys to keep us updated with those.
For sure. So we know y'all got our back. Y'all gonna let us know. All right, so let's get to the guys. So tonight, guys, the Pistons face off against the Sacramento Kings. And they get the win 136 to 127. And through 30 games, guys, the Pistons are 24-6 on the regular season. They moved to 2-0 on their 5-game road trip. And they're winners of their 3rd straight game overall. And guys, nearly a year to go to the day, December 26th of last year, we know what happened, right? Mm-hmm. Sacramento, Pistons down 3 with the ball. Jaden Ivey hits that 3 ball from the corner, gets fouled, makes the free throw to put him up 1 to finish up 4-point play to finish off the Kings and get a big win. So almost a year to the day that happened, man. One of the biggest moments from last year. The Pistons didn't win this game in quite the same fashion, but they still got the dub nonetheless. So that's what matters the most. So guys, let's go ahead and get to the injury report quickly, and then we will get to the initial thoughts. So tonight, same story as last game. Ron Holland, he missed his 2nd straight game with a left knee injury. He got some imaging done. I believe Eric Vincent was telling me that he got some imaging done, but nothing as far as an update on that yet. So hopefully everything with him is okay and he's not out too long. Hopefully, this time off after this break, he can kind of get recuperated and rested up and healed and be back on the court for our squad because we could use him for sure. Yes. So let's get to some initial thoughts, boss, and then we will go from there. What did you see from this game tonight?
Perfect. This grit, tenacity, like we played so fun. And I mentioned to you, we kind of started off playing at their pace. It was a lot of half court. We didn't get out into transition fast, but I loved our half court defense. We started I saw the double teams, just moving around. I think we just did really well there. I mean, we shut basically everyone down except DeRozan. But DeRozan's one of those guys, he always has a game against us.
Every time.
McCollum, for some reason, they just always, they play their best against us. So
I don't know what we did to them, but yeah.
Exactly. And then I think we just really picked it up defensively, and we had a lot of transition baskets. I loved our rebounding efforts. The AT, like some of the things in the game where we'll get to is each player, like an AT technical, a flopping technical on Ivy. The fact that Stu got away unscathed from a flagrant potential, because the bare minimum was I was expecting a double because of we've seen Stu's rep give him in the past. So just an interesting game, a weird game, but we got it done. And the Kings are just such an interesting team. Like they have so much like talent on their team.
They do.
Can't make it work, but that talent is what gets them close to these keeps it close in some games or gets them back in it, because at any time, any of their shooters can really just heat up. And it's got to be, I just kind of feel a little bad for them. It's got to be frustrating for these veterans who have been a part of the NBA for the majority that I've been watching it. Is just crazy that they're kind of, I don't know. I wish
they're struggling a little bit.
I wish it was working for them a little bit, because I mean, DeRozan and Westbrook seem to carry it at times.
Oh, for sure. 100%. 100%. Yeah. Dom, coming back with another super chat, man. In the spirit of giving, we appreciate it, bro. He follows up with saying, also, Cade almost with the triple double, with the, what is it, a bad triple double he's trying to say?
Also, Cade almost with the
hard triple double. I'm not sure what that is. With 9 turnovers and quiet as it's kept Duran's free throw percentage over the last 10 games. Both games, Ron's energy off the bench has been, JD been struggling a little bit the line lately. He started off really, really well to start the year. Kind of in a little slump right now.
Is that a Wade triple double?
Maybe. Let us know what that means there, Dom, so I can make sure I'm saying it right, because I don't want to misquote you. I want to make sure I really get your point across. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to know what the word is for a 9 turnover triple double.
Man, it was interesting, man. We're gonna talk about that for sure. With this game, but yeah, it wasn't the cleanest of games. But we know games are not always going to be the cleanest. Not going to be a blowout every time. Not going to be perfect, but they did enough to get it done. But Dom, I do agree. Those are some things that they're going to have to take a look at, and we will get into that more for sure. So as always, bro, appreciate you, man, for sure. Okay.
There's the bad. It just meant bad. So bad triple double.
That's probably what it meant. Yeah, bad triple double. Yeah, for sure.
Did Wayne have that many turnovers?
Right. I mean, I'm sure D-Wade's had a triple double where he had or games where he had 10 turnovers the way he plays, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. So as far as what I saw, I felt like, boss, the Pistons controlled this game for most of it.
I agree.
They had their lapses, but it wasn't like how it was last night against the Blazers. It wasn't quite that bad, but much like last night, you could tell the Pistons game plan was to get out and run as much as possible. And the Kings, to their credit, they're pesky. They came out strong offensively, right? They knocked down some shots. They limited the Pistons' ability to really get out like they wanted to.
Yeah.
And you saw Coach was not happy about it. He called a quick timeout because the Pistons were just trading baskets with the Kings early. It was like we couldn't really get out and run like we wanted to because we kept taking the ball off the rim. And you could see that Coach really wanted to get the guys focused on the defensive end of the floor so they can get out to their style. And they did. They responded. 15-6 run. They forced turnovers, got out in transition. The defense picked up, and they paid it off. They scored 37 first quarter points. I think that's the season high for their first quarter. So they locked in after that slow start, and that was good to see, boss.
Yeah, and I think Tobias said it on the interview or something that JB used a few choice words that he couldn't repeat to kind of motivate them. And it worked. And they play with such passion. That's another reason why the foul non-calling, it bothers me, but it also doesn't, because it seems to help drive them sometimes.
Yeah.
So I'm just glad that they snapped out of it, because after that, from that on to like the end of this game, it was just fun basketball watching them play out there. It was so fun. Right,
for sure. Whoa. Camille coming in hot, bro. Sheesh, man. Hey, listen, bro. And you're relatively new here, bro. That's why I just want to shout you out, man. This is really nice. I really appreciate this support from you guys, man. This is incredible.
Yeah.
I'm really excited just for how we're going to be able to divvy this up and, really donate it to the Ron Holland Foundation. And this is going to be nice. This has been really, really nice, guys. So I appreciate you, Camille. Any more comments you have that you want us to see, man, I'm going to have my eye on it to make sure we get to you, because that's a very generous donation. And once again, we appreciate all you guys' support. Camille, really, really appreciate that, brother. 100%, man. We appreciate that. So let us know what you thought about this game, bro. Give us some comments on this game. What did you see in this game? Let's talk about it for sure. But thank you. 100%. Once again, man, we appreciate that.
So sweet.
Also, what I saw in this game, there was one thing that I wanted to see them do that Jalen Duren talked about post-game of the last game in the locker room after the win. And because he got the belt. And he just said, next time, let's keep it going. Let's not play with our breakfast next time. I thought that was big, because that means
I like that.
Put them away next time. Don't play with your food. Take care of business, right? Yeah. They were up 21 points last night, and they let the Blazers take a 1-point lead late. And tonight, they were up 24 in the first half. And just like last night, boss, they led by 17 at the break. So I was watching to see how they came out in the second half.
Right.
They dropped 37 in the first quarter, and they followed it up with 38 in the second quarter for 75 first half points, which is the highest of the year. So go ahead.
I just think, again, with like you were saying, the offense just really just popped off in the beginning. And I think that's kind of what just slowed us in the end. We were just kind of went a little cold, like teams. But the offense that we gave in the start helped carry over to that. Like instead of starting slow and then having to catch up. Now, we had enough of a cushion to stay ahead the entire game.
Yeah, Dominic says those fourth quarter turnovers were killer because they took care of the ball for right. They kind of undid a lot of the work that they did in the first 3 quarters in that fourth quarter with those turnovers. So we're definitely going to get to that for sure as well, bro. 100%. And then one more thing I wanted to get to as well was, much like the first half, they were a little sluggish to start the second half as well. Once again, just trading baskets with the Kings. And once again, JB called timeout again immediately. And it's funny because Tobias Harris said at halftime that coach had some choice words with him after that first timeout, and they got on it. So, but much like after that first timeout in the second half, again, they locked right back in. They woke up and they got back to their game plan. And, the Kings, they made an early run in the third, but they found themselves down 18 at the end of the third quarter after being down 17 at halftime. So I was thinking at that point, they may be a little bit demoralized because you saw them really make a push in that third quarter to try to get back. And to look at the scoreboard and to see that you didn't even make a dent in the deficit, but you were actually down more points and you were actually up to start, or to start the second half. I thought that would be demoralizing to the point where they're like, man, I'm tired, and we still didn't cut into the lead. But they fought. Man. I gotta give them credit. They fought. Like we kind of helped them a little bit with our turnovers, but they did fight.
It's those veterans out there. Like those are the guys.
What's up, Tom?
Westbrook and DeRozan, like those guys, I expect the fight from still. That's again, that's a good word, demoralizing, because that's how I felt like when I was saying earlier, just how they must be feeling after just pushing so hard. And I think they're still on only 7 wins on the season, 6.
I think so. I think it's 7, right?
What? Yeah. And again, look at the roster, you'd be like, that doesn't make sense. Right,
for sure. DeB says, see how much energy we played with? Now that's what a non-rigged game looks like, right? And that's what we're saying. Like sometimes. Not against every team, because sometimes you're going to play teams that are evenly matched with you, but a lot of times, more times than not, we're the better team. So if you play to your style, it doesn't really matter what the refs are doing. We saw early in the first quarter, in the first half, the discrepancy in free throw attempts, and we were still up way, where we were still double digits pretty much the whole first half. So when you play to your style, more times than not, you're still going to be able to win the game. And that's what I thought. That's what I think the Beast is saying here for sure. Sean says, Camille must be a prince. I mean, hey, bro, for real, where your crown at, bro? Like, bro got money. He got money. Camille says, we've been letting ourselves go in the closing moments over the past 2 games. Yes. I partly attribute it to the team's youth. Yes. Hopefully we'll stop doing this. Yes, 100%.
I agree.
Like early in the year, we saw like us really like, teams would get back into the game and they would threaten to win the game. Kind of like last night. Had a relapse last night, but we saw a lot to start this season. We'd be up, we go up, and then we kind of fall apart. Because I think you mentioned that don't we have the most wins in like between close games, single digit games or something like that?
We lead the NBA in single digit wins at 13.
Right.
But again, single digit 2, 8. I would love to look that up. I'll write a note down to see, because I'm curious, because it feels like we haven't been as close, because we won quite a few. This is kind of like last year, where we had close games the majority of the time, but we were just closing them out.
Right.
So that's kind of what I feel like it's growing off of. And so I'm just curious to see. Last year, it felt more like 1 to 3 points.
Yeah.
Just on our toes. And then this year, I feel like it's more in the safe range, the 6 to 8 range, So, and speaking of 2 wins and losses, the Knicks lost tonight.
So we're up 3 games.
3.5, actually.
3.5? Wow. Yeah. That's great, man. We've kind of held them off. We've kind of held them off all year, to be honest, because the first 9 games when we were 7-2 is when we took first place over and never relinquished it. We've been in first place since the 9 game mark. And at that point, we were up 1.5 games on the Knicks. So we're still holding them off, right? They're still playing well, but we're still holding them off. We've been consistent as far as wins and losses, and that's a good thing. So Camille, all 3 of those points I agree with for sure. And hopefully as this team continues to learn and grow from these games and wins, they'll learn from these games and not make the same mistakes and really just be able to keep their foot on teams' necks once they have the lead. So I definitely agree with all those points, Camille, for sure.
Yeah.
Nacho Nick, appreciate you, brother, says Bray Cunningham is a totally different player. Kind of sloppy in my opinion. Yeah. Like he had a stretch where he was like less than 3 or 4 turnovers for like 8 or 9 games.
Yeah.
Right. So
really well.
This is one of the first times in a while he's had this many. Go ahead.
It's just kind of strange. Like it's just two different style Cade games that we've been used to this season. In the fact that he fouled out yesterday and then had a huge turnover game, which again, he hasn't had in a while. So he just, shakes it off. We got a little bit of a break now and finishes it even stronger. Yeah.
I wouldn't attribute it to the braids. I just think he is just one of those periods. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because I like the look. The braids with the headband. I think that's a nice little trademark look that he might adapt. Tom says, the Pistons won again. Yes. Hey, for sure. Love the Santa hats. Hey, we appreciate it, bro. Thought we'd try to change up a little bit considering the season for sure. So we appreciate you as always, my guy, Tom. All right, boss. Last thing for my initial thoughts. The Kings have been watching film and they saw that the zone has worked against us in the past.
Yeah.
And they deployed it. Yeah. But the Pistons also have been watching film as well.
Yeah.
And you can see that they have been working on that because they handled it much better tonight. You saw them working the ball into the middle of the floor. And once you get the ball into the middle of the floor, that's how you bust the zone. If you're not getting penetration off, from the top, that's how you do it. And you saw JD and Stu catching it right, top of the key in the paint, the free throw line, and making the right play out of it because you have numbers at that point, the way the zone is constructed. So I thought that was good to see. They've been working on it. They've been struggling, but they've been working on it, and they responded much better when they saw it, boss.
Yeah, and I agree with you. And I also noticed a liver a couple times. A couple guys also collapsed in, looking like he was going to give Cade a pass. And so his defenders collapsed back, and he had just enough room to get the shot he wanted.
Right.
So we just really, busted the zone tonight, and that felt good. And they just again, with the ball movement, incredible. Just fun to see after we've seen the struggles with the zone. So hopefully we just keep this up because some teams, run it a little better, but we talked about it. This is something that other teams are going to use against us now because they've seen us struggle.
Yep.
And so once we eliminate that as a factor, then they won't do it anymore.
That's right. That's right. Let's get to some quick comments, guys, and then we will go to some initial thoughts so we don't stay on all night. We know it's already late. We appreciate you guys. MB Well says, I fell asleep before the game. How did Ivy look? We're going to get to that, my brother, for sure. Meg Hustler says, Trajan got to address some shooting with the Pistons. These scoring drops are getting annoying. I feel you on that. I thought the effort, though, kind of covered up for it. Just like the effort on the glass and the boards and things like that was nice to see. Camille says, by the way, if my country had been a bit more helpful, you would have seen me the other day on the Pistons official account wearing a Pistons jersey with my country's flag on it. Yeah, for International Day. Okay.
I saw that you got a jersey confiscated. Did they actually send you one? And that was the one that was the one they took, or was that a separate story? Because
let us know. Cool. He said my country took away my chance to become famous. It's all right, bro. Hey, it's gonna happen, man. We're gonna keep talking you up on here because you are definitely one of the biggest Pistons international fans, along with Tom, along with Jack, along with all these other guys. And you deserve some credit for that, for sure. So 100%. We're gonna keep talking you up. Man, Dom is on fire tonight, man. He dropped another super chat, bro. We appreciate you so much. We appreciate all you guys, man. We feel the love, man. Whether you're in Turkey, whether you're downtown Detroit, whether you're in Denver, whether you're in Korea, whether you're in Australia, wherever. We appreciate all the love, man. Dom coming back around says, what's crazy to this point, everybody keeps telling us what we need, a legitimate number 2 option. Upgrade over Tobias at the 4. Another shooter. And despite all that, we are on OKC's heels for the best record in the league. To quote Chauncey, if it ain't rough, it ain't right. Ooh, taking it back to the going to work days. I like that one. Boss, thoughts on that?
Yeah, I really like it. And I saw, Sean's comment earlier as well. I think, I think everyone was shooting very well, but then in the end, even Cade wasn't. He wasn't making free throws. He wasn't making shots usually made. So yeah, there is of course an argument for it too. We'd all want that reliable shooter. I think Ivy gave that tonight personally, and other guys as well. But yeah, I just think that overall it was just everyone went kind of cold after everyone was so hot.
Right.
And then also with the OKC heels too, someone else in the chat updated us that they also lost to the Spurs again.
Again?
because the Spurs beat them for the cup game.
Ooh, right. That was who they lost to their last loss. So they lost to them. Ooh, I wonder if the Spurs are going to be to OKC what Minnesota is to Denver.
Yeah.
What Milwaukee has been to us in previous years. Just that throwing that in your side, that team that you just don't match up with, who just gives you problems.
Yep.
If they see them in the playoffs, that could be a problem.
Yeah.
We'll
I'll have
see.
to rewatch that because I love a good Wemby and Chet matchup. All of those guys.
Oh, yeah.
Castles. They're two young teams that are just firing off.
Yeah. Yeah. But I definitely agree with Dominic here, man. There's so many, and I'm guilty of it too. I've talked about like we need some help here, and it's just because I see how good this team can be just based off what we already have and who's coaching this team.
Right.
So it's like you always want a little bit more. But to his point, sometimes we got to kind of just smell the roses and beat. Like we're 24-6. I have to remind myself sometimes that we are first in the East. We've been first in the East, guys, now for 6 straight weeks. Yeah. Right? 6 straight weeks since Game 9. We have not been anywhere than first place. So. Nuts. To your point, bro. So, sometimes, and we're just beginning. Our window is just opening. Yeah. Right. So it's not this year or bust. The way that Trajan has constructed this team and the cap flexibility that we have now and things like that, and the guys that we're tying down, probably going to tie down after this season with JD and et cetera. We're in really good shape. Yeah. So we always want to win, right? But we sometimes got to just, pump the brakes and rely on our GM to continue to do the great job that he has done to get us here. And just trust that he's going to continue to take us to that next level for sure.
And I love the Chauncey quote, if it ain't rough, it ain't right.
Ooh, I love that.
Because, just in general, but also some arguments for why we need to make big moves this year from people were that the East is wide open. I don't want to win the East if it means that it's because everyone was missing their star player.
Facts.
It's not fun. That's, they call the bubble one like a ticky tack when there's certain ones an easy path. So that just reminded me of that whole narrative that happened preseason. And I think it's faded a little bit, but some people still, they use it as their excuse when they want to make these big moves of, well, it's wide open. This is our year. Like the NBA is going to end somehow. So
yeah. 100%. So I'm one of those people who also need to just a little bit more than I do. Just try to be a little bit more positive, right? And just really just focus on how great we're playing now. We're never negative, but we all just we're always looking ahead. How can we always improve? Because you know how it goes. If you start getting content, then you're not really growing. And even though it doesn't matter what we think at the end of the day, but it's just we're always striving to see how this team can become better. But Dom, you are 100% right, bro. You're right. So that's something that we have to continue to just focus on for now, for sure. So thank you, bro. Yes. Thank you so much, man, for your contributions here, man, to the show. You've been great. And I appreciate not even just the super chats, but what you have to say. And all of you guys have made great points. And that's why we try to get as many comments as we can up on the screen. So we appreciate all you guys. And thanks again, Dom. And Dom says, Deuce, Boss, and everybody in the chat, have a good one. I'm going to sleep. Oh, man. He just came to drop some love, man. He like, look, put me at the top of the list, bro. I got some stuff to say, and I'm out of here.
You gotta cover it now. I love that.
All right, man. Have a great night, bro. Have a great holiday, man. And we're looking forward to talking to you again soon, man. Get some rest, my brother. Have a good night. All right, guys. Let's move it along, and let's get to some box scores, boss. Let us start with Cade Cunningham. Deuce tonight, guys. Had 23 points on 8 for 15 shooting overall. 2 of 5 from 3. 5 for 6 from the free throw line, 7 boards, 14 assists in the 9 turnovers you see there, 5 steals in 39 minutes. So a few things jump out to me there, boss. I'm going to let you tee off on what you saw and what you see here.
Okay. Well, first of all, another double-double. It's another game where we've had multiple players record double-doubles. The 5 steals, that is so fun. And I know you have the turnovers. That sticks out, of course, and it's tough, but the defense was there.
Yep.
Also, the 53% shooting.
Yeah.
And only taking 15 shots,
Yeah.
Killer things from Cade. And he's just, it's so hard for to say anything bad about him. He always does his best. Even if it's not in scoring, you'll see him on defense, assisting, all that stuff. And just some plays I noticed from him was in the second, he had that poke away on Westbrook that led to the Stu steal. And then it went off the floor to Cade, and then it passed to Javonte Green for the layup.
Right.
I just appreciated that play from him because it just, again, our transition is so nice because it's not just a one guy like Jokic does transition offense, but he just heaves it. We make it a thing. Everyone gets back. Everyone eats,
Yep.
And then he started the fourth quarter with a steal and that reverse layup in the and one.
Yeah.
And that was after Schroeder was talking to him.
Right. I saw that.
He came in, he kept his arms down, and he was just like, I'm just going to stand here. And then he, made the right switch, made the move, got the steal. Just felt good after, and I love Schroeder. I love that he's doing that. And I know there's only love between them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure. For sure.
That felt good because it felt good for me watching.
Same here for sure. Yeah. I thought K had an uneven game. Right. We talked about some of the things already. He did some good things, especially in that first half. I thought he was really good in the first half. Even with his turnovers, he didn't have a lot of turnovers in the first half. Really, it was more so the second half.
Mm-hmm.
In the first half, he routinely made the right play. Right, he has a knack of being able to get 2 feet in the paint because he's so good with the basketball as far as being able to get to his spots. And when they try to cut him off, he's got a counter, and he's got a counter to that counter. Like, it's hard. It's a lot. And when he's able to get 2 feet in the paint, the help comes, and he draws a ton of attention. He's like a ton of bodies, like right there whenever he would get in the paint. And he routinely in the first half made the right pass. Find these shooters, guys like Karis LeVert, guys like Tobias Harris in the corners, right? Just making the right play. In the first half, he was great. And then defensively, I thought once again, like we talked about the 9 turnovers, I think the 5 steals may go into that 9 turnovers. Mm-hmm. Not making excuses, but once again, like we said last show, I think sometimes he gets a little bit tired because he's overexerting a little bit defensively. Like, he's going as hard as he can. I think that he's got to balance he's got to learn his body. Yes. Like, how hard can I go on this end? I know I got more stamina, I got more wind. I worked with my bodies all season. Yeah. I'm about to go off, but then it's like, I think he's like, I'm kind of gassed on the offensive end now, which is what you want. You want it that way instead of the other way. You know what I mean? But I think he's just trying to find that happy medium of how far he can go defensively and still have enough in the tank offensively, boss.
Yeah, I can see that too. And especially, I think we can tie the turnovers, not just by him, but the turnovers that we had tonight late in the game to the reason that the Kings came back, because they capitalized off of those turnovers.
Right.
So, and they know that. And I think that that's what was frustrating too, is because, like you said, they didn't want to come into this game and do what they did last night. Like, that was not the intention. And so I'm sure they got frustrated towards the end too. Like, well, here we go again. And even Asar said it, I caught a little bit of the post-game interview, and even he said it, that they're kind of getting used to closing these games out, so they feel confident, but they don't want to have to get used to it.
Right.
So I love the way exactly. That, because that's exactly, what I want for them too, for my own heart as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Days, it might be a fluke, and they might let it slip, and that would just be heartbreaking to play.
Yeah.
Basically,
and it may happen, right? It's a long season. It may. Right. What
happened to the Kings last season with us? They
had that's very true.
Steady lead the whole time.
Yeah.
And we just had some really lucky things come in the end. I mean, the 4-point play, that's 1 in a million sometimes.
Right. 100%. And it came from our guy, Jaden. You know what I'm saying? But we'll get to that later. But yeah, that's what I really think is happening with K. He's just going through this transition period to see just how far he can push the limit on on the defensive side. We see guys like Luka. I hate to have him catch strays, but we see guys like Luka try to see how much offensively he can do, so that way he can have a little bit left on the defensive end instead of it being the other way around.
Yeah.
And you can even hear K sometimes, like when he's trying to get a steal and he's a second late, you can hear him like, he's mad at himself that he didn't make that play. So he's so focused on the defensive side of the ball. We just still need him to be that general on offense and to still take care of the basketball. And he's going to figure it out. Yeah. He's going to figure it out. This is just something that's really new to him as far as really going this hard. We've never seen K go this hard defensively before. He's never been a bad defender. But I think now he's finding more ways that he can be impactful defensively because of the coaches, and not with those things require a lot of energy. Yeah. So now he's saying, all right, let me chill a little bit, still be locked in, but just chill a little bit so I still got enough in the tank on the other end. So I think that he's gonna find that balance for sure.
Yeah, and sustaining is just a little difficult sometimes, but they're working on it. And like you said, and we mentioned this with Duran, that it's got me thinking a lot more about my initial takes on it, but it's just tiring. Going back and forth constantly, because that's what they run.
Right.
So,
right.
So yeah, I completely agree, but I think he's going to be fine. He'll have these nice few days of rest. I think his best game of the road trip may be against the Jazz coming up.
Okay. And we'll get to that toward the end of the stream. Yeah. Ben Ortiz.
Wow.
Boy, you better. Man, with the super chat, man. We appreciate that so much, man. Let's take a look at what Ben had to say. Ben says, happy holidays to you both and to the Highland Foundation. Did you catch when the screen showed that they scored the most points through 3 quarters since '87? Really?
Wow, I did not catch that.
I've been watching since 86. That's the year I was born, bro. So it's bugged out to see a stat like that. I didn't really.
I didn't see that.
So
That's awesome.
how many points did they score through 3 quarters? I'm curious now. Because they had 37 through 1, 38 through 2, and 40 through 3, and then 40 and 21 through. So the fourth quarter they tailed off for sure. But they had 100. Wait, let me see. Through 3 quarters, they scored 115 points. Yeah, 115 through 3 quarters. So that is the most since 87.
Wow.
I would not have guessed that.
I didn't even see that, but that I believe it.
Really? You know, the only reason I'm surprised is because they have the highest scoring game ever. I think it was against the Nuggets.
Oh.
I think against your Nuggets.
That was
186, 184. But that was like
double overtime.
double overtime, right? So maybe that's okay. Okay,
Yeah,
so that makes sense.
181 to 180 or 182 to 181 or something like that.
And I'm guessing that fourth quarter they scored more than 21 points like we did tonight too. Okay,
Right.
that probably balanced it out. Ben, that is a great point. I never realized that.
And donations. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's incredible, bro. That's incredible, man. Like this is going to be this makes me happy that Boss came up with this idea.
You guys are.
Because she was the one that came up with this idea. She said, "Hey, let's make sure that we do our part too and give back." And I was like, "That's a great idea." So you guys can thank her for that. I just agreed and co-signed it, but she was the one that came up with this idea. So I got to give her flowers for the idea, and you guys see what it's manifesting in, and it's gonna go to a great cause. And we're really happy to have you guys here to support and really just have. So it says a lot about you guys.
Yes.
That you guys have the giving spirit aside from basketball. We love talking about our hoops, but this tells us a lot about you guys as well. You know, so we really, from the bottom, as I always say, thank you guys for all your support, man. It does not go unnoticed. And we are going to shout out everybody who has provided a super chat for us when this is all over. This is running through January 1st, right? So we got about another almost a week, a little less than a week to do that. So keep it coming if you guys can. If not, it's totally fine. We appreciate it. But Ben, thank you so much, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Dom, Ben, Nacho Nick, Camille, all you guys. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Really, really mean that. Okay. All right, guys. Let's keep it moving and let's go to boss Duncan Robinson. So tonight, guys, Duncan Robinson had 9 points on 3 for 7 overall, 3 for 7 from 3. So all the shots for threes. I'm okay with that. Shot a good percentage. 1 board, 4 assists, 1 steal in 31 minutes. So boss, what did you say or what did you see from Duncan tonight?
Yeah, I mean, 30 minutes or 31 minutes with just 9 points, you might just, kind of, that's a little bit unlike him. We've seen him, do better, but I just saw a lot of defensive effort. I thought he was hitting those doubles really well. Like, I think that's how he starts to get more acclimated to his defense, even though you see the effort is by just helping on doubling.
Yeah.
I just think and he just read everything so well. His assists tonight, those 4 assists, they were all beautiful. The 2 that I have written down where he had the feed to JD for the slam at the end of the second.
Yeah.
And then the third, he had that crazy, it looked like he was going for a floater shot.
I saw that. I saw that.
It looked like he was going for a floater shot.
Right. That was pretty.
Arced pass to JD for the slam, and they were on the same page. Like, I just saw JD come out of nowhere, like almost like a whale out of water. Like, I was like, I'm watching this short. I'm like, oh my God, it's short. And then you just see Duran come in, and it was just beautiful. And I just want to see that from him as well. He just really, those 2 plays were very momentum building. For sure. So I appreciated what I saw from Duncan tonight. Sometimes I complain about a stat line like this with the amount of minutes, but he just really did his job on defense, I feel like. Got you. I got you for sure. Well said. Let's get to some of these comments real quick. Masher says 87 games still the highest scoring game of all time. Okay. I'm so scared it's going to be broken. I just like that it's between my 2 teams. I know. Yeah, that's going to stay. Isn't it crazy? That's the game, like Denver, Detroit. That's hilarious. And then, the Bulls Hawks were 152, 150 the other night. Yeah, right. At some point, it's probably just the way the game is going. Foul calls, the way the game is being officiated, 3-point bombs. You know what I mean? Yeah, blame Steph Curry because he's one of a billion, and everybody think they can do it. So it's going to eventually happen. Lil J Bud says it was in 1983, triple overtime. Thank you for that year. I couldn't remember if it was 84 or 83. So thanks, Lily J Bud, for that for sure. Ben says, mad love back to everyone here. This is a great community. Thank you, bro. Yeah, man. We love having you guys here. I mean, we try to make it as home and comfortable, obviously, with the crazy stuff we got going on. Try to make it as comfortable as possible so we can have fun, man. I mean, I I talk about you guys like a person. I'll text you and be like, oh,
Right.
not gonna
Right.
like this. Every time
Facts.
Paris makes a mistake, I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna hear it from chat.
Right. Tom is silly, bro.
Yeah.
All I want for Christmas is time. I'm just playing, y'all. It's late. My voice ain't how it usually should be. I apologize. I'm doing the best I can.
Yeah.
Tom, you're silly, bro. But yeah, okay. So my thoughts on Duncan, right? We're on Duncan. Yeah. Okay. Let's get to Duncan. So for me, I thought he was good, boss. I know I was on him early this year, with inconsistencies defensively and stuff like that. But the last 2 games, he's been really good.
Yeah.
He's been really good. I really can't even say anything. He's been great, man.
Yeah.
He opened the scoring, transition 3, right?
Mhm.
And like you mentioned it though, the playmaking, boss. We saw it last game when he came off that screen, pump fake, and put the ball on the floor. Perfect pass, picture perfect to JD for the lob.
So
Same thing tonight, man. More playmaking from Duncan Robinson. The Kings, they were closing too hard on him because of his reputation of being a good shooter.
Yeah.
But he can't put that ball on the floor and make the right pass. And it seems like they're encouraging him to do that because in the past, we see him catch and be looking to shoot. And when it wasn't there to be pressed on him, he wouldn't make a move. It would just kind of get stuck with him. So now it's like they're almost telling him they're going to be there for you, bro. They're going to be right there meeting you because they know you can shoot that ball.
Yeah.
So you got to be ready to make a play. And he's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing a good job of it, man. So I got to give him credit for that. One of those, he made it was a play where he put the ball on the floor after a pump fake and found a cutting JD for a throwdown dunk. Nice pass.
Yeah.
Right. Bounce pass right on time, on target to JD for a flush. So if we keep getting more of that, and then if he's able to balance it out, because eventually the game plan is going to be, okay, we got to make sure we don't close out too hard because now he's putting the ball on the floor. So he's got to make sure when they lay off a little bit and don't close as hard, he's still letting that thing go.
Yeah.
Right. So just to keep him honest, playing chess with him. Yeah.
It's speaking to the team's chemistry because we mentioned it, like Duncan and LeVert, both when the season started, they were new. They didn't run the floor very well. They kind of stayed in the same areas. Like Duncan seems like he's just on it because he knows exactly what's going to happen. I think he's just adjusted so well. We've mentioned that before.
Yeah.
But just tonight, again, apparent to where he's like, okay, well, if coach is going to have me out there and I'm not hitting my shots, I'm going to do what I need to do.
There you go.
And there are just a good number of NBA players that don't feel that way.
Yep.
They kind of have one thing and that's what they're meant to do. I think it's changing a little bit. I really like all the young guys coming in.
Yeah.
But when your coach asks that of you, make sure that if I give you these minutes that you're out there and you're doing at least something.
Exactly. That's the key. That's the key. Because we always say that. Well, it's 31 minutes, 9 points. That's not really indicative. If you can't look at the points. You got to look at the things he was doing and the gravity that he was causing and how he kept the defense off balance to get other guys' shots was added to their box scores, things like that don't really show up as often. So I'm okay with the 9 points in 31 minutes because of the things that he was doing outside of scoring. And that's what we talk about. Guys like Ron Holland, Javante Green, Stu, the ultimate box score deceivers, right? He was one of those guys tonight. He was one of those guys that was a box score deceiver. So I give him a lot of credit, man. And he shot well as well. Like he shot 3 of 7 for 3.
Yeah.
So he's just playing to his game. And it wasn't like he was playing to his game and just couldn't hit shots. He made shots too. Yep. So exactly. I can't even say anything negative at all about Duncan tonight. I can't.
3 of 7 is, 42%. It's huge. And I just want to get to this by J-Cut 707. Just got home from the game. Always good to see a win. That one game a year, I get to see them live. Hey, that's me. I mean, I got to fly home this year and go to LCA for the first time. But usually the past 9 years, that's been me in Denver. And this is only won once. So I know how great you must be feeling right now. Thanks for bringing the good vibes and the luck.
For sure.
Especially in a place like Sacramento. I kind of love their beam celebration. A little corny, but a little fun at the same time.
I like it. I ain't going to lie. As long as they ain't getting sales, they can light the beam all they want. I don't care. Go ahead and light it up.
So just light it up. Shout you out because I bet you're on just cloud 9 like I was.
Shout out, Jacob, for sure. We appreciate that comment.
It's hard to be in our territory.
Let's get to Asar, shall we?
Yes.
Asar Thompson, guys. Asar Thompson. Asar, Tasmanian, backbone of the defense. Thompson, y'all know all the nicknames I come with. Y'all know. Tonight, guys, he had 19 points on 6 for 13 shooting overall. 7 for 10 from the free throw line, which is good for Asar. Right at that mark that Eric Benson likes to see him at, right? Yeah. 6 boards, 2 assists in 36 minutes. 36 minutes. So, boss, what did you see from Asar Thompson tonight?
Well, just the free throws real quick, because you mentioned it. They tried to play hack Asar in the end.
I saw that. Yeah.
And he made them both. And I was like, that's how you end that immediately. That's how you put a stop to that game plan. Yep. So that's just huge. And I'm sure it's just huge for his confidence, too. He wants to go out there and And, as he gets there to the line more, which he tends to be doing,
Yeah.
that just helps with his, consistency and making those shots. So this came up big there. He was just aggressive again, started the game aggressive, just rebounds, pokeaways, just great cuts to the basket for feeds too. Like he would just come up and he'd get there. He had the nice jump shot in the fourth, which just because he had been bringing it to the basket or like passing it out. He made that so confidently. And it's just so crazy how high him and his brother could just jump straight up.
My Lord.
No momentum. They're just standing there. They really get over everyone.
For sure.
And then, he had a valid argument with that one foul where the guy used, I don't know, I forget which guy it was, but Clifford maybe, or Cardwell. But
is it? Yeah, Caldwell, I think his name is. Is it Caldwell?
Caldwell
Let me see.
Clifford?
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah.
It is
it's both of them, but I didn't know which one it is.
Cardwell
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
So Cardwell, used his face for leverage for that block. And
Literally pushed his head down to elevate.
Then we went on like a 16-0 run after that. Like it was crazy. I don't think it was that high, but it was just nuts that, not only did that amp him up like we knew it would, because I told you, I was like, I love that actually. Because I know he's not going to get another one. But it just, the whole team, Tobias, Javante, they all were like, okay, yeah, like we'll play without the whistle then. We'll just show you that we can still win this without your sway. So I just love what I've seen from Asar these past few days.
Man, I'm going to tell you this. I agree with you. Sean says, give me that Thompson. Right. And Tom says, Asar, another tech. He's starting to show his inner. Right. Amen. I like it, bro. Like we said last show, angry Asar is a different Asar. Right. We know everybody calls him the nice brother. We talked to his brother, Troy. We got a chance to meet his brother, Troy, guys. Boss and I did about a month ago. Chopped it up with him. And he's like, bro, they're both like that.
Yeah.
They're both like that. It's just, it hasn't really come out yet. He said, but they both have that fire.
And we're seeing it.
For sure.
Yeah. That immense stuff. I mean, I don't know. I love that hero throw that he had when him and Hero went at it.
That was wild. I was like, that's when I was like, oh, he different. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, I'm watching back in time to the Pistons bad boys, but
facts.
So it's just exciting for Asar to see, and the fact that he also just channeled it into better play.
Yeah,
he has been ejected for 2 techs before, right? Or is it
Asar or Amin?
Asar for 2 techs this season, or was that just the one where he got immediately ejected at the ref?
Yeah, that's the only one where he just got him boom, boom, back to back.
Like once he got the tech, I was like, he's not going to be dumb enough to get another one.
So, for sure.
Use it to motivate him. They all did. They all did, especially Tobias. He's so funny. Like sometimes I just see Tobias as like the unk, like he's just
he's literally unk for sure.
My young guys, let me show you,
Right. Let's get to some quick comments. Crutz, what's up, Crutz? Crutz says, we got the better, to quote JD, I think he said this last time, to quote JD, we got the better Thompson twin. Yeah. For sure. Masher says 14 games, 1 night. It's crazy. Yes, it is for sure. D. Davis says, I noticed that Asar is actually bigger than I'm. Yeah, he's bigger. He's neither one of those guys are really like wide. But from the profile, he's more cut. He's definitely more compact for sure. And Sean says the Thompson parents are the cockiest people ever. Go ahead, boss.
Yeah, I was just gonna say with the Asar and the men thing, if you do watch a men's game and what his like schemes that they run, they're a little bit more offensive. Like Asar's built a little bit more defensively. The men built a little bit more for that offense, but
which makes sense.
Obviously, they both can explode at both ends, and they're both great defenders. But that's just what D was saying, and that's what I've noticed as well with just the build it is.
I see why D be looking, D be watching.
Yeah.
D be spying. She be scouting low key. I see you, D. I know I'm on to you. I'm on to you, D. Sorry though. So what I saw from Boss, guys, Boss, he's doing a really good job on the glass. He's really just showing off that he's not the tallest guy or the biggest guy, but he can play so much bigger because of his bunnies.
Yes.
Because of his hops. And he's been all over the glass, offensive and defensive. And he's also been a presence in the paint, like helps ID, swatting shots, altering shots, tapping the ball out so they can't get it extra possessions. Like he did a really good job tonight of challenging at the rim, just being big, just playing big. And offensively, he wasn't perfect, right? I think he had a good game offensively, but you can see, you mentioned it, boss, he's getting more comfortable.
Yeah.
He's getting more comfortable and more confident in his offense. Like, and not even just finishing, boss, like, when the ball finds its way back to him on the court, like late in the shot clock or whatever, in the past, you would see him kind of like not really know what to do. And we always say we want to see him catching the ball and finishing as opposed to trying to initiate it with his handle, right? And when he's getting ahead of steam and then he catches the ball like off a DHO or a backdoor cut when JD catches out of a short roll, like that's when he's at his best.
Yeah.
But we're seeing him now when he gets in the painted area, he's finishing a lot better now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's finishing a lot better and he just seems more confident. So that was nice to see for me, is that he's not thinking as much. He's just going out and playing. But once again, like he always says, boss, his defense fuels his offense.
Yes.
So when he makes plays defensively early, you're seeing that carry over to the offensive side of the ball and not just in transition anymore. We know he's one of the best finishers, but even in the half court, he's playing more confident and you're seeing it with his scoring.
Yeah. And I mean, his rebounds were split 4 offensive, 2 defensive. He had no turnovers as a guy that I know ran the offense a few times, especially in the start to keep Cade off ball. He just, and like you said, I feel like he's creating his shot more, but it's more reliable. Like you know, you're saying, let's finish at the rim, but now I do trust him to finish a little bit out. Yep. And it seems like he trusts himself. So this just keeps this up. He can just do so much more going forward. Like this is just, these types of games from him are just huge.
I agree.
And we usually do see, you know, most of it, but it just seems like it's been consistently aggressive these past
years. That's the key. That's the key word. His aggression. Like he's not hesitant anymore. Yeah. He's just going. He's not worried about mistakes. He's just going and not thinking and just playing the game. Yeah. And that's the biggest thing for him. And once again, boss, last thing on Asar, I caught, as I was setting up here for our show, I caught the end of his post game with Natalie Kerwin after the game was over. And he said coach wants us to create turnovers and push the pace, which we already knew, right? Yeah. But then he looked up at the scoreboard and he said, we gave up 127 points. That's way too much. We got to be better. So all these guys, they know the game plan. They know what they have to do, right? Yeah. So like you hear that from Asar. Of course, he's a defensive demon. But you hear guys like Tobias Harris saying it, right? You hear everybody saying it. Everybody's bought into this. So it's just nice to hear the things that we've been saying. Not that it started with us, but it's just nice to hear that they're looking to play that way. And all of them are looking to have that mindset to start on that end and let it lead to easy points for everybody on the offense instead of trying to manufacture it in the half court when you don't need to.
Yep. I really like that take too, because like you said, it's just at their forefront. It's the first thing it's the first thing question. Well, you know, what could you have done better? Well, we could have gotten more stops. It's never like, oh, we could have, you know, made better baskets. It's always about the defense. It's always about what we could have done better. And I mean, again, just love to hear that from him with the 127, because back to that Bulls Hawks game, that score those kind of scores make me sick. Like,
I agree.
This is not fun I don't think this is fun basketball. And I think what we did tonight was fun basketball because we forced a lot. I'm actually kind of surprised he didn't have steals or blocks today, but
it felt like he did.
Right? Like you said, deflections, pokeaways.
Yes.
I mean, I had some pokeaways written down. Like he was disruptive, just not enough the box score. So
yes, 100%. Let's get to some quick comments, and then I'll make a final comment on the side. We'll move on. Coach Sterling says we will catch up to OKC by year's end. They play San Antonio again Thursday, Christmas Day. Somebody said that earlier too. Then I think they'll lose one more after that. Who knows? It could very well happen. To be real though, like it'll be cool if we did catch them. I'm worried about the playoffs though, because I always go back to this. When we won our championship, the last championship 22 years ago in 2004, we only won 54 games. Yeah. 54 and 28.
That was a story.
We were just peaking at the right time. We were at our, like, had we played that way all year, we probably would have won 60 plus games, but we had to get there, right? It was some struggles early in the season. So I'm just like, let's just make sure we're not peaking too soon, like in December, January, and then we tail off and gas out like Cleveland has done in the past.
Well, right? Exactly. And I agree with that too, because I think we're just kind of used to that. And, you know, again, not holding the number one spot so early for so long. But the reason I don't think that we're even near our peak is because we're still getting into our cohesiveness.
Exactly.
Like, we're still figuring out lineups. We're still figuring out who's help. Like that stuff is going to come again. And
there you go.
Like Ivy will be there, be in the starting lineup, and hopefully, you know, Stu too at some point. But we're still, you know,
maybe some more Paul Reed. You know,
things. We're not set in our ways
at all.
So it's that's what makes me think that we're not near peaking yet.
Yeah.
But these past few games, the defense has me thinking like if this isn't peak. Like I know we can do better, but this is just incredible.
Yeah. 24-6 with Jaden just getting his feet wet with rotations not even saying. Danish Jenkins didn't play tonight, guys.
The Thunder are 26-4. So we're
only 2 games back. Wow.
We have a smaller gap with the Thunder than we do with the Knicks.
Interesting. I like how you said that. Yeah, because they're 3.5 back. And really, so if we catch him at some point, if we catch him and pass him and have like the best record in the league for a day or two and we lose it, I'm cool with that. Like as long as we can say we have it, right. As long as we're peaking at the right time, but I'm with Crud. Let's peak at the right time. Let's peak March, April. So that way this year, if we play the Knicks again, we smack them for sure. Last point on Asar, and I'll keep it moving. I know we're running a little long, guys, but it's our last show before Christmas. Gotta give you a little extra, you know?
We're good.
But the last thing I want to say about Asar, and not even just Asar, but coach. He got that tech and he went right at the refs. He got the tech and then kept going. And coach came and grabbed him and shoved him the other way. Go play, bro. I love it for 2 reasons. One, because coach didn't pick up a tech as well.
Yeah.
And also because unlike our previous coach, he's like, let me take care of them.
Yep, exactly.
Let me deal with them. You go play. Don't get distracted with this. This is part of my job. Let me get on them. You play your game. We don't want anything distracting you from our game plan. You take it out on the court. Get more steals. Get more turnovers. Get more dunks. Get more. You know what I mean? That's what coach was basically telling him. And I love that he just said, hey, just go play, bro. I got it. Don't worry about it. Yeah. So that was great.
Yeah, and that's something that people have mentioned before about JB Bickerstaff and a couple other coaches around the NBA is that they really do. That's how their players trust them to, fight for them. It's right. That's why that sometimes they'll complain and they won't complain. I'll see Kate talking to JB instead of talking to the ref. And JB's always there to back them up. Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Exactly.
So that's, again, just love the culture that he's bringing. And he's just such a big part of it. These young guys, we talk about Danish too, like anybody.
Yeah.
We don't know the future for everyone, but I'm just so glad that they're getting the taste of the NBA under a coach like JB.
Yeah.
These traits and mindsets and things in for their career.
Yeah. And we're not going to harp on this, but you brought it up. So we're just going to not you, but it was brought up. So we're going to quickly mention it. Our last coach, we saw Cade when it was one, I'll never forget it. It was one play where he got hacked and Cade is like trying to take his frustration out, not on the refs, but on his coach. Like some coaches like, hey, yell at me. Like we talked about with Brendan Malone way back in the day with Isaiah, when Isaiah grabbed him and he had a cut up over his eye. He was bleeding. He grabbed Brendan Malone. He wasn't mad at him, but Brendan Malone told him, bro, if you're ever mad, don't hurt us. Just take it out on me. Right. Yeah. And that's kind of how JB is to probably to the same extent. Look, he probably wouldn't care, but because he's a big dude. But we've seen in the past with our previous coach where Cade would try to do that, like come on, did you see that, coach? And coach is just like, yeah. And Cade is just looking at him like, dang, like, yeah. Where's my backup? So I say that to say, not to throw shade, but I'm happy to see that Coach Bickerstaff is all in. And he's walking the walk. He's not just talking the talk as far as really having these guys back. And I couldn't be happier with what I see from him at all, man. I love it.
The only time I saw him show emotion was that missed call when Dante DiVincenzo ran over Asar on that.
That's true. That's true.
But that's the only time. And it's just like, you can't hold this all in and get mad at one outcome. Because that was later in the season. We had lost a ton of games already. But
so I just love this is the perfect coach for this team. Thank you, Cavaliers. Thank you so much. Thank you, Cleveland Cavaliers players for not wanting a coach that holds you accountable. Because this coach is the perfect coach for this team because he holds guys accountable, and then the guys on this team want to be held accountable. That's why they respond so well, and the players in Cleveland didn't. You know what I mean? So we have the right guys on this team, and that's a credit to who brought these guys here. So it's just a perfect fit. Perfect match, man. That's why this team is so good. We have all the variables to really do some damages here. So we'll leave it there, guys. I want to spend all night. But for sure. I love what I'm seeing. Boss, let's go to Uncle T. Tobias Harris. Guys, Tobias Harris just cooking the night. 24 points, 10-16 overall, 3-6 from 3, 1-1 from the free throw line, 4 boards, 4 assists, only 1 turnover in 29 minutes, boss.
Oh my!
Tee off on Uncle T. What did you see from him tonight?
He had 3 dunks in the first.
He did.
Like the first 6 minutes, because then he went and sat down. Like
he did.
So, that was just fun to see. He had a lob a successful, very nicely placed little lob to JD for a dunk. It
Mhm.
wasn't too bad. It wasn't too far away, but he did
Yeah.
it. We gave him so much crap for, the bad ones. I had to call out the good ones too.
Right.
Um, the buzzer beater 3 at the end of the third.
That was nice. Them corner threes, boss, that
Yeah.
was missing last year. Not
Yeah.
so much this year at all.
Did you hear them talking about we were hitting from that spot? Multiple guys did, and that was
Yeah.
in front of the Kings bench. That's one of the hardest places.
When they yelling at you, trying
And
to
that
distract you.
also tells me
Yeah.
how you feed off of it, you know?
Yep.
But I just, again, loved what I saw from him. He really just, he made, 10 for 16 is already incredible. And I feel like all of his makes came at important times.
Yep.
At momentum shifters. They came when we needed to grow the lead back. They came
Yeah.
at the first tech. Like, he's just
Facts.
such a class act vet. And it was just another great Tobias game.
Yeah. I ain't taking no Tobias slander tonight, man.
Yeah.
313 says Tobias Harris, the same bum who had 0 points in this game. That's 2 years ago, bro. That's 2 years ago. And that wasn't with us. That was with Philly. Them days is long gone. The same way the days with Bickerstaff and Cleveland is long gone. We leaving old news. Stop bringing up old stuff, bro. Stop bringing up old stuff.
Yeah.
He has been great for us, especially this year. He's been balling, man. He's balling. Like, once again, coach is going. He knows how to get the most out of these guys, man.
Yeah.
Every single one of these guys, I feel like on this team right now has gotten better since he's been here.
Yeah.
Every single guy.
Yeah.
Everybody. Everybody.
Tobias compared to his first stint with us, like, this just feels like a different Tobias. But again, we talked about, like, this just feels like a different kind of team. There's
I agree.
Family, and they just back each other up, and they just feed off of that. They just feed off of propping each other up, and the one in Philly, the vibes in Philly are not good. They have a couple good
right.
But like, it hasn't been good for a few years with Nurse and Embiid, and like when you are with such a supportive team, this is why all of them are thriving and still being trusted. Again, like, Tobias has had off games this season, very few. I feel like he's been very consistent.
Yeah.
But they just still run the same plays, and they ran another play. The first play of the game again was to try to get him a basket. He missed.
Yeah.
It just feels like that they always run a play to get him to score first. I feel like it's in scoring first these days.
I agree with you there for sure. And we mentioned, boss, how coach called a quick timeout early in this game, right? For the halftime interview, Natalie was talking to Tobias. And Tobias was the one that said that, coach has some, because she said, what changed? What did coach say to you? He's like, well, I can't say it on national. I can't say it here, but just know it wasn't pretty. Yeah. But he also said that the defense was the difference was the defense picking up. And Tobias said, not trying to play an offensive game.
Yep.
I love hearing that from him, because even though Tobias isn't known for being a top defender or a great defender per se, that shows that he's bought into to how they want to play. And as a veteran on this team, that is important.
And it has to feel good too, because, you've pointed out, just like I've pointed out players' flaws, you've pointed out what you see where his defense lacks. And so then it's probably just also reassuring to you that, like, it's not that he's not caring. He's still, putting it out there. He still understands that it is important. And I think, he's still working on it, just like Duncan, but he can make big plays, and he always just capitalizes. He's another guy that just does what he needs to do when he's out there. Because if he wasn't making the shots, I don't think he wouldn't keep taking them.
Right. Sixers got smoked by the Nets tonight. So I just showed you, like,
ooh, yeah,
that's a microcosm of the difference in how teams are ran. The process is not being trusted right now. But like Crush said, haven't touched the conference finals. So for sure. I'm going to give a shout out to Jim here. It just says, just saying hi. Long day for me. Thanks for the play. We appreciate that, bro. Yeah, y'all know we're going to be here for y'all, man. It's late AF right now, but it's 2 a.m. at least here. It's 12 where bosses at. So for everybody here for the most part, maybe not Camille, but everybody for the most part, it's the next day. It's the morning after, right? Yeah. So we appreciate you being with us, man. Hopefully you will enjoy this pod as well.
Yeah.
For me also, was it just me, boss, or did it seem like Tobias tonight just had a different energy? Like he dipped into the fountain of youth tonight. Yeah. It seemed like he just had a different bounce to his step. And the reason I say that is because we're used to seeing him, huh?
I was going to say, you want to know why? Because that team is older than him. He's got Westbrook out there. He's got DeRozan. He is the youngin. He is the youth against the Kings.
Yeah.
But yeah, continue. And then I'd also love to give to a comment about him.
Okay. Got you. Yeah. I was just going to say, we're used to seeing Tobias get it done in the half court, right? In the posts.
Yes.
but he was responsible for quite a few transition points. Now, you mentioned the dunks. That's important, man. Like, just seeing him, once again, just commit to the style of play. It doesn't fit his style of play to a T as far as getting turnovers and getting out transition, because he's not known as a top-level defender, and he's older, right? But he's still trying to get turnovers and get out in transition. And as a veteran, that's big. So I just like to see that. That's a big thing from a guy who's a vet, who's one of the leaders of this team. And also, like, he's doing things that he's not always used to doing, like crashing the glass.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Getting put back dunks.
That's what I was gonna say. He's not getting back in transition, but he'll sprint from the perimeter.
Right. And he tonight he was in transition. He had a dunk or two in transition.
Oh yeah, totally.
So
but like, like you said, fountain of youth. I think it was just being surrounded by. Once he wasn't playing guys 10 years younger.
No, that's a great point though. That's a great point for sure.
But
him being 33. Go ahead.
By Dante Massey 600. I love Toby, but I think we have to give the young guys outside of Cade some plays in the clutch instead of them making clutch plays off of broken plays or offensive rebounds. What do you think?
Put it back up there for me. I'm going to read it again.
I'm going to put it off.
Yeah, but I think we have to give the young guys outside of Cade some place in the clutch. So who would you have liked to see get plays? Are you referring to guys like JD? Guys like Asar?
Yeah.
Guys like Jaden? So for Jaden, he's on a minute restriction. So once again, we didn't see him in the fourth quarter, as maybe a little bit, but not a lot. But not in the clutch. I don't think we're going to see him in the immediate future playing as much in the clutch as we'd like to see, because he's on that restriction. But I'm okay with it, man. I'm okay with it, because the thing is as long as the ball is moving, I don't care. I don't care, because that's what I like about this team. It reminds me of the 04 team, the unpredictability. As long, it's not really about, because of course we're not going to be able to run as much as every single time down the court, right? The game slows down sometimes in playoffs. Got to run some half court offense, but let's try to avoid that. Let's just try to play defense and get easy buckets. Let's move the ball in the half court offense, so that way it's not even a design play as to, okay, we're going to run this play. He's going to get the ball. He's going to score. What if that breaks down? What if that doesn't work out? So let's just run the offense, and whoever it comes to, let him just take the shot. That's where I'm at with it.
And I understand where you're coming from, because, you just want to see some of these young guys grow. They need the opportunity. We have seen that a little bit this season. Like, that's how, Danis got here, basically, was some clutch shots when we had injuries. But I trust, when I see Tobias in the clutch, I feel good. And we talked about it, because I don't want Tobias out there for the defense, but he's usually been pretty solid at late baskets, I would say. And we definitely did tonight, because Cade, it was like that. Cade's usual fourth quarter presence wasn't there, right? In terms of shooting. So the fact that Tobias was there to hold it down. So I do understand where you're coming from, but I do too. But I'm still good with Tobias in the end, unless it's like, and Tobias is the first person subbed if there was like free throws and we needed a defender. Like, he would switch him out, So, I'm glad that he was out there, and especially because he had a hotter night tonight as well.
I agree. I think it's a good question. I think it's a fair question for sure. Yeah. I'm just like, let's not try to rely on that. Yeah. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, but let's just, as much as we can, try to just stick to our game, which is, because you see, like, we score a lot more in transition than we do in half court. Yeah. Right? Yeah. That's who we are. 313 says, can Cade outplay Brunson in a Game 7 Eastern Conference game? That's the answer I want come that time. We'll see. I got to give Brunson credit. He's a good player. He's a good player. But Cade has ascended to a different level this year. Yeah. And I think once we get to that point in the season, when all these guys have repped it out more and more and more, and once he figures that balance out of the offense and defense, because I think his biggest difference this year is going to be, of course, clutch scoring and clutch plays, but it's defense. Yeah. I think that's going to be the biggest defense come playoff time with Cade, is how he impacts games defensively. I really do.
I think this relates to your comments earlier about him kind of being tired, especially like today's a back-to-back. He seemed tired in the fourth, all this stuff. Look, Brunson was under Thibodeau. Like, he's played almost every game is like a 45-minute game for him, Yeah. So he is a little bit more, I think Brunson can last a little bit longer and stay consistent than Cade. But like you said, you think that Cade's going to get better at that, and so do I. Like, it's just going to come on with time, as he's going to get, more reliable as it goes on. And he has been like one of the best fourth quarter shooters this year.
Yeah, clutch scorers.
Mhm.
For sure, 100%. So, yeah, all good questions. Some of these things we're not going to know until we see some of these, because we haven't played the Knicks yet this year, have we?
No, we played
Haven't
them
played
on
them yet.
Remember?
Right. So that'll be, we can revisit that conversation then, guys, as far as what we saw once we start playing these teams. We haven't really played a lot of Western Conference teams either. We're starting to do it now on this road trip, but we haven't really seen it. So we're going to have some of these questions answered a little bit because it's still early. So not all of them, but we're going to have some of these questions answered, like how we stack up against some of these teams, the OKCs, the Denvers of the world. Did we beat the Rockets yet? We beat the Rockets, didn't we?
Yeah, that was like
we beat the Rockets.
That was one of our first wins after like
game 2.
Because I remember because the Rockets they have KD this year, like they're very talented team, obviously.
Yep.
I just remember being like so excited, like, oh my God, we beat Houston.
Yeah,
big for us, big for everybody.
For sure. So we'll get to have a better barometer of how we're looking against those teams. But I'm sure our guys are going to be up for those games because they know they have the best record. And they know that other teams know that we have the best record in the Eastern Conference as well. So I'm sure they're going to get up for those games, and they should be very, very entertaining, boss, for sure. All right, let's go ahead and move it along now, boss, to JD, Jalen Duren, guys. Tonight he had 23 points on 10 for 15 overall, 3 for 7 for the free throw line. 13 boards, 4 assists, 1 turnover, 2 blocks in 32 minutes. Boss, take off. What did you see on JD in this game?
Yeah, I want to just talk about what I saw about JD tonight because, again, I've rethought a lot of things these past few games. But another 20-10 game, which is what I wanted from him, what I know he can do. And it's been, like Kelster said at the beginning of the broadcast, just like it's been really nice to see him get back there and kind of maintain those numbers.
Right.
That's his back-to-back now. Back-to-back 20-10 games.
Yep.
That's beautiful.
Yep.
The 2 blocks were huge. Again, yesterday, he ran over someone on the – I don't know if it was him or Stu, or maybe it was Stu that ran over someone seeking a charge and got the basket, and he did the same to DeRozan. DeRozan should have gotten a flopping call, but
right, exactly like J.I. did, right?
And it's always fun to see. He brought all the offense at the start of the third. He had the first
oh my God, first 10, right, of the third quarter.
Yeah, and some of them, I think like half of them, not half, but like six or so of them were assisted, and then he created his own too. He did so well. I saw him take a couple. He didn't make them, but I thought he took smarter, shots outside in the paint, outside in the mid range. But he's been working on. He didn't take too many, but the ones that he did take, they looked good. They didn't go in, but they looked better than. Like I don't know if you guys ever saw Ben Wallace try to take one, but it never. Those were
love Ben, but it's different.
He had that block on Achua after that loose ball fight. They were all on the ground, Westbrook, everyone, and he's blocked him. I think
nice.
They ended up getting the ball back anyways and scoring, but it was just nice to see because again, like that's just like if we have him and Stu producing that kind of stuff, and I just haven't seen. That's normal for Stu. That's like, oh, there's another Stu block.
Right, ho hum.
But the fact that it's in Duren's game more, he had 2 tonight. He was just a blast. And 10 of 15. And then the free throws, that was the only weird thing. It's kind of
that's the only thing.
Him and Asar kind of switched percentages.
I know. Yeah.
70%. And that's JD's kind of sweet spot right now. And but you know what? Again, he made up for it in other ways. He had 7 offensive rebounds, 6 defensive rebounds, only 1 turnover, only 3 fouls. Yeah.
Yep.
Fun game from JD.
Yeah, the free throws is the only thing really that I can even say. I mean, he did a lot. He did a lot of great things tonight. He was great in the paint on both ends of the court. Very active on those boards. We talk about that a lot. His rebounding, his offensive rebounding has been. He's going after everything, and he knows he's going to get hacked, and he knows there's going to be times when he doesn't get foul calls. Wasn't he bleeding tonight? Didn't he get cut up tonight?
Yeah,
he had some.
The court twice, like
he was just right. He was just his mentality, man. It's just he's a different player this year. He's a totally different player this year, and he knew the Kings. They're not big enough. They're not athletic enough to contain him.
Yeah,
right. He knew that.
They don't have. They're relying on their young rookie. For the center position, which is tough for that kid. I mean, he's definitely going up to some of the best, and I think he has. I liked what I saw from him tonight as well as a rookie. But I mean, again, this is how he's approaching the game plan. But we also saw him attack people like Davis and Adebayo. Like, I'm loving to see that more from him offensively. Is just realizing that he's bigger And if he's not bigger, he can still body these people.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, he definitely can. He took advantage of that, man. His like the combination of speed and strength is hard to match. It's hard to match. Man. There's not a lot of guys who are built like him, who can move like him. Like you think about Bam, he's probably maybe a little bit stronger and a little bit more athletic than Bam. Like, and he's a little bit taller. I think Bam's like 6'9", JD's like 6'10" and a half. So even there, like it's not a lot of guys in this league who can really match up with him on a nightly. If they're either bigger but not quicker, like a Klingon, or they're quicker and not bigger. You know what I mean? So it's just like it's hard to find guys that have that combination. And so
the only one would be Giannis is the only one that comes to mind.
Yeah, he's a freak of nature. That's why I call him Greek freak. Like he's just different, bro. Like, that don't even make sense. But we'll settle for number 2. You know what I mean?
Jokic is bigger, but he's not quicker.
That's the whole point. That combination is hard to come by, man. That's why he's going to, make himself a little change this offseason for sure.
Yes.
But he ran the floor very well. He was able to consistently get ahead of his guy in transition.
Yeah.
He just outran him. And that's effort. That's just sprinting down the court. Yeah. You didn't always see it before. We're seeing it now. And then lastly for me with JD Boss, his decision making. His decision making, man. And his vision, when he catches the ball out of the short roll, when they run a pick and roll and K gives him the pass out of the short roll, he catches it at the free throw line. He's got options.
Yep.
He's got cutters. He's got shooters in the corner. Wherever the defense is sinking from to help to him, he's making that right read. He did it over and over and over again. He found Stu in the corner, I think, a couple times, big to big, which I thought was nice. His vision is very underrated. His vision is getting better. And he's just showing he can do a lot of different things for a guy his size and at his position. That's going to be huge, having that other guy as a big who can play make. We're still showing it too a little bit.
Yeah. And right? Again, that's why I was just so impressed also by his one turnover. Like he had 4 assists tonight, which is also big.
Exactly.
But like he had just one turnover because he's in the paint usually. So he decides what he wants to do. He always finds it out. And I even saw him, when him and Stu were in towards the end, he wanted to get it to Stu. He tried to create it. Yep. Stu tried to create it with him, and he just changed course and got it outside, and it all worked out. So he's just looking really nice. I'm just looking real quick. I just wanted to say while I was looking at those stats that every starter recorded a point, a rebound, and an assist tonight.
That's great.
Over 2. Yeah, that's awesome.
Wow. Talk about doing about committee. And that's that unpredictability, boss. That's what we're talking about.
I'm going to say not even starter. Almost every player except Devontae
I'm looking
Green.
Now, too. You're right.
He didn't have an assist, but that's it.
Everybody else did. Again, everybody who played tonight scored at least 5 points.
Team ball. Wow.
That's what I'm talking about, man. That's good stuff. Ben Ortiz says JD needs to rock the headbands on his arms like Big Ben. Can you imagine if he had the fro?
Yeah.
What if him and Stu had the fros? That'd be crazy, right?
Who do you think is more like I think Stu is more Big Ben-esque. And I can see why JD is too. But I'd rather see it on Stu. I think for me it's a build. I think for me it's the build because Ben was a smaller center as well.
Okay, so I think stature-wise, it's Stu. But athleticism-wise, I think it's JD. I think Ben is a combination of both of those guys. Wow,
how lucky are we?
Woo, we got 2 and 1, bro. That's crazy. Mentality-wise, just that fire, that dog. I mean, they both have dog, but Stu is not afraid to take it a little bit out of bounds sometimes, right? So yeah, they both have parts of him for sure. I just want to see them on the court together at some point, both with fros.
Oh yeah, that'd be so fun. And again, I'm even thinking and then we got imagine if Ben could shoot threes like Stu does. Ben with their own also just different abilities. Yeah,
exactly. And like it's crazy how because we know Ben can jump out the gym, right? He can hang in the air for 2.5 minutes. It seems like he could just hang in the air. We think about the play where he blocked Shaq. We just hung in the air forever and it came Stu doesn't have that, but he's so crafty. It almost doesn't even matter.
Yeah. The blocks were just reminiscent for me. Duran's had quite a few blocks this year where he's blocked it and kept it in bounds or in possession.
Yeah.
Stu has done that as well, but Stu is more of get out of my house. That's what Ben was to me as well. I mean, Ben had a few catch in the air ones too, but yesterday when Stu sent that one flying, I was like, oh, this brings me back.
I know. Same, for sure. Yeah. Sean says, we thought Sekou was going to be the next Giannis a few years. Yeah, that dunk on Tristan Thompson. I was like, oh, man, it's a wrap. Oh, man. Oh, that was funny. Yeah, the Knicks lost tonight, Devon. We mentioned that. They're 3.5 games back, I believe Boss said from us. So we are creating a little separation.
Yeah.
Crutch says, I think Stu is more Ben, boss.
Okay.
For sure. Ben says JD did have the throw the rookie year. I remember that. They show him next to Big Ben. I remember that, bro. It wasn't for long, but they did stuff. You're right. You're right for sure. And then Crutch says, we got Paul Reed. We didn't mention Paul Reed. We gonna get to him. He didn't even play tonight. That's the crazy. He didn't even play tonight, guys. No Paul Reed, no Dennis Jenkins. And we still, man, once April comes, March, April, even February, when, as JB says, we're getting better week over week, month over month, we're going to be scary, man.
And again, like, and it's a bummer we didn't get to see him, but that is just so crucial for the health of us on this road trip too.
Yeah.
If any of our guys do get tired or not even tired, but foul trouble, well, tired leads to foul trouble. So that kind of stuff.
Right.
And I would, again, trust Paul Reed with my life to come
Absolutely.
in. So, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. D. Davis says the Lakers lost too. The Lakers lost again. Hey, the Lakers lost again. That's funny.
OKC lost.
Yeah. She said, are we the only team that won tonight? Kind of feels that way.
Right?
I'll take it. All right, boss. Let's get to some reserves so we can call tonight and try to get a little bit of sleep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's start with we only have 4 guys playing off the bench. Interesting. So I wonder if
noticed that and I liked it.
I wonder if that's going to be something we see more of. Maybe not the same guys getting DNPs, but I wonder if JB is trying to just kind of get a feel for what a 9-man rotation will look like. So we'll see. Yeah.
And again, with Danis too, he might just be saving him for the next few games,
Mm-hmm. Right, because it's a road trip. So you need everybody because legs get tired. You don't get your rest. You're not in your own bed. Mm-hmm. It's a lot mentally and physically. So you could be right. It could just be trying to utilize guys and let whoever's going to play, just let them play. Mm-hmm. So it's not like 10 minutes here for that guy, that things like that. So that makes sense if that's the case. So you're right. That's a good point. Okay, let's get to the reserves, boss. Let's start with Stu. We just talked about him a little bit. Isaiah Stewart, Beef Stu, guys, tonight. Dog Pound Sr. has 16 points on 6 for 12 overall, 2 of 6 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 3 boards, 3 assists, 1 turnover, 1 block in 21 minutes. What did you see from Dog Pound Sr., boss?
Well, just to begin the game, he had those. He was the scorer that Cade was feeding. He just felt so confident at the rim. He drew those and ones, made the free throws. He just had fantastic position down there and also just finishes with his footwork, just knowing where to put it over defenders. Mm-hmm. I mean, 3 times in a row, basically. Mm-hmm. And that's also tough to do because there's a chance of like offensive 3 seconds. Like he just did the ball so well. But for me, the storyline tonight was him versus Achua. I like that because again,
talk about it. Yeah, talk about it.
With Achua, Achua dunked over Stu, and it was just because Stu just got there. Like I think if he was there a little bit earlier, he would have hit it.
So for what she means is Stu was out of position because he was trying to prevent Westbrook from trying to get the layup, and Westbrook at the last second dropped it off, and Stu didn't fully jump, but he tried to contest, and as soon as Stu turned around, it was a lot like the Anthony Davis block. He turned around and he blocked AD and they called a foul. So what she's saying is he was out of position. Like when soon he turned around, Achua was coming full head of steam. And go ahead, boss.
Yes. Thank you for clarifying that. But it was just like a little bit sooner, and I think he would have had it. But so Achua jumped over him, and then Achua is staring him down. And my favorite thing was Stu, and that kind of surprised me. He was like, what? And that just shows me like he's not afraid of you, Achua, because if he thought that if anything, he would have bodied up and like, yeah, let's do it, because that's who Stu is. He's just like, what?
Yeah. Like, so 2 things about that real quick. Not to continue. 2 things. The first thing is Stu don't care about getting dunked on. He don't care about getting dunked on. The second thing is he looked at Achua like, bro, that wasn't a real. Yeah. I was out of position, bro. You know what it is. If you was coming at me full fledged and I was ready, you wouldn't have blocked, because he was like this. Yeah. And it's funny because when he did that, Achua was like, all right, I'm no harm. I'm just hype. I'm just having fun.
I also think he was like a little bit close to getting a taunting tech because we've seen Cade we've seen some guys get that before. But anyway, so instead of just playing into Achua's hand, he went and hit a 3. Mm-hmm. The next possession, he forced Achua to turn it over.
Exactly. And then not rattled at all.
Then there was no Stewart Achua stuff for the rest of the game.
Nope. That was great.
And so that was just fun to see because it just goes to show mindset again. Like we talked about, like the Hornets, like LaMelo Ball comes to mind, like where he takes things personally to the detriment of the team.
Yeah.
Stu has in the past with in terms of technicals. It's like a Draymond Green taking things so
Yep.
personally that he gets ejected and they don't
Facts.
have defense, stuff like that. And then just kind of like Asar did with the tech, like just turning it into game
Fueling it. Yeah, fuel.
play. So
100%.
that was just super fun to see from him. And then of course, just all of his usual stats. So
Yeah. Let's get some quick comments here, boss. Sean says, why does Stewie have his clothes on down the stretch? I didn't wait, like he had his street clothes on down the stretch? I didn't see that. That's interesting. Maybe I don't know. Hopefully there's nothing serious, but I don't know. I didn't see that. If you guys can give more intel on that, let us know. Kurt says, Stu always going to guard the rim. Yes, he don't care. He's got a short memory.
Yeah.
He's not worried about all the noise that comes with it or the posters or even the ones that he blocked. He don't keep like another one playing defense. He doesn't get caught up in this stuff that comes before or after it, good or bad.
Yeah.
T1T says, Stu, right. He like, you want a cookie? Nice dunk. Okay, congratulations. Scoreboard, bro. Scoreboard. That was 2 points. Y'all still down 20. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Devon's like, hey, who cares? Not a big. He's one of those guys you love. He doesn't care. He has no ego. He's not going to be jumping out of the way to avoid a post. Like, he doesn't care. He just wants to win. He's going to play his role every single time. Ben says, that was the sweetest three he's ever hit. It was string music, bro. It was string. You knew as soon as he let it go was going in. He had a few like that tonight from the corner.
Yeah.
That three ball was working.
And I knew that it was going in because I saw, and everyone else knew because they moved and they've been on the offensive glass. And I saw everyone shift and they're like, yep, there it is.
Yep.
Even Stu, he's like, got it. So
yeah,
it's just great to just pull that out again. And there's nothing necessarily aggressive about Achua. I feel like
yeah, not really.
He can get hot from threes. That's the scariest thing about him.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, he's a good player. He's not one of those guys. He's not going to be trying to start stuff anyway. I think he's just kind of like a lot of guys do that. Kay did it against AD when he dunked on him. Give him a quick stare, keep moving. But Stu was like, hey, bro, that's enough.
Stu knows what it feels like to be really dunked on because, again, he goes for everything.
Yeah.
So his reaction was valid. Like, you basically laid it in. Okay.
Yeah, you caught me. You caught me out of position, bro. Like that's not a real dunk. You're full head of steam when I'm just turning around trying to guard two guys. Come on, that's not legit. So, and Achua knew it. That's why when Stu went like this, he was like, "All right, I'm done. I'm done." All right, we'll leave it there with Stu. We a good game from him for sure. Let's move it on, boss, and let's go to Javonte Green. Javonte Green, Savage Whoa tonight, guys. Had 9 points on 3 for 6 shooting overall, 1 or 2 from 3, 50% overall, 2 or 2 from the free throw line, 2 boards, 1 turnover, 1 steal in 18 minutes. Take off.
Yeah, he got most of his points and stuff in the second half.
Yeah.
The first half was just pure defense. I mean, he played 19 minutes, but when he was out there, you just noticed the defense. He's just so fun.
Mm-hmm.
In the third, he had that 1 3 that he did make was just so important. It was to extend the lead when they were on their run or to stop their run, basically.
Yep.
And then he forced Schroeder to turn it over by getting back to apply pressure.
Mm-hmm.
He hit that 3, and then he just got Schroeder off guard. He ran all the way back. He jumped in front of him, and it caused Schroeder to travel.
Right.
Because all of a sudden, there was a defender in front of him.
Exactly.
So that's just, again, just how he just runs the court. That he has so much energy. I feel like he would just do laps if he could. But that big dunk, too, that was much needed for momentum as well. So I think the third quarter, it was the best for him. I just loved what I saw. And he got the Ron minutes tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Just doing, again, Mr. What You Need.
Mr. What You Need, coach. Yeah, you mentioned it, like the defense into offense. Like he routinely does that. He shows that two-way ability. We got so many two-way guys on this team.
It's so fun.
It's so fun to watch. We talked about it before, boss, but I'm going to say it again. He is not a guy who's going to start games, but he's a guy who's going to finish them. Because he's a guy who's a connector. He makes the right play on both ends. He's just a heady player. He makes heads-up plays. He plays exactly to the way we want to play. And that's why this is the second game now, I think, in the last 4 where he's finished games. Yeah. Right? We've been talking about that for weeks now. Like, he may not, we were saying it before it was even happening. Right? Like, he may not start, but don't be surprised if he finishes. If y'all remember, we were saying that. And now we're seeing it more and more because he has the ability to help you close games, man. And
he had those crucial free throws, too, at the end.
The big free throws. Like, that's just clutch play. He doesn't hurt you.
Not even nervous, as Johnny Kane was saying. He just
did it
like it was no big deal.
Yeah, when the Kings, I think you may have mentioned this, but when the Kings got the lead, when the Pistons lead was cut, when the Kings cut the lead down to 9 in the fourth quarter, he drew that foul, knocked down those free throws, like you said, and then drew offensive foul on the very next play. Just making plays.
Exactly. Oh yeah, I forgot about that too.
Right? So it's he's not. I really hope we don't let him go because he's just such a good bat. I can't believe that he's bounced around in so many teams, man.
Right? And
the Pelicans, the Celtics, the Bulls. Like, how did all y'all miss the boat?
Right. I was like, I don't see him, leaving. Like, it's kind of like with Danis. Like, we want to keep Danis, but he's so young and new in his career that, he has potential to grow his, money and wealth and stuff like that.
Yeah.
For his career. And Javonte, has been through all that. He's basically, I don't know if he's on that minimum with us, but he's in that range at least.
Yeah, he's not making a ton. Yeah.
You would hope, just like they kind of, the only person they signed back last year was Paul Reed for, cheap. Like, you would kind of hope that those guys are their priority as well, because these are guys that they are treating well and are going to treat well, especially for how they're performing.
Yeah, we got a lot of value contracts. Crud just said he's on a minimum. Yeah. Paul Reed is on a reasonable deal. Like, it's tough for us because, like, of course, we want to keep all these guys. Like, from the GM, put a GM hat on, we want to keep all these guys at a reasonable price. But on a personal level, it's like, you want these guys to get their bread too.
Well, that's that. So I guess with my comparison with Danis is that, like, Javonte, I feel like we would take care of him. We would, especially the way he's playing, we would seek to pay him more. If we wanted to keep him. Yeah. And for his age and his role, even though it is valuable to us, other teams might only be willing to offer him that minimum, So that's just like, I feel like we have better chance of keeping on someone like Javonte Green than we do for Danis Jenkins, because especially if Danis keeps going on with us, other teams are going to offer him more to come. Yeah. There's plenty of teams looking for a point guard, including the Kings.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. Yeah. Good point. I think that's all I have on him, man. Let's get to some comments and we'll keep moving. 2 more guys after that. Jim says, all teams except the Pistons lost tonight that were anywhere near the top of the power rankings. Yeah. Can't take any win for granted except for the Spurs, right? Yeah, he said except for San Antonio, right? Yeah, so Spurs, great night for us.
The Nuggets lost by 1 to Minnesota.
Wow. So you called it.
Mavericks.
Oh, they played the Mavericks tonight?
They lost 2 at home too.
Wow. They've been struggling at home.
2 weeks ago. Yeah, but they lost to them by 1 point tonight. Another great night by, like, Nemhard, and Cooper Flag was just popping off. But I think the Mavericks, they're not necessarily near the bottom, but yeah, like OKC, the Knicks, I guess
all the big teams lost. Yeah, that's good.
Us and the Spurs, us in the East at least. So.
A few more comments, guys. Devon said, I didn't think Green would play. I thought we didn't need him. However, he's been a championship player. So I think he's outplayed all of our expectations. I thought he was going to be important in spots. But I didn't think he was going to do this. I knew he was super duper athletic, energy guy, a tough guy, but he's shown me some things from an IQ standpoint and a skill standpoint that I didn't know he had. So I'm with you there, Devon, for sure.
He's been calling him our most consistent player. And the only way you can be that is if you're in the games. And he is.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Crutch says, hope we keep him. He's another player we need. Not going to lie. I agree with you there. Devon says, I think he wasn't on winning teams. So the teams he was on didn't appreciate him. Kind of like Pistons Bruce Brown or Denver Bruce Brown. That's a good point. Sometimes guys can kind of get lost in the shuffle when your team isn't winning. Yeah. Crutch says we got to pay. Yep. So we'll see how these things shake out, guys. It's gonna be interesting. But we have the right GM, I think, who can really can manage all this thing. I'm sure he's got a plan and everything. So we'll leave it there, guys. Let's go on to our last 2 guys, starting with Karis LeVert. Tonight, guys, Karis LeVert had 5 points on 2 for 6 overall, 1 of 3 from 3. 3 boards, 4 assists, 2 turnovers, 2 steals, and 3 blocks. 5 stocks for Karis LeVert in 19 minutes. Boss, what did you see from him tonight?
And only 2 fouls as well, and he was in there for defense. I was just excited for Karis because, again, this just looks – I can't even say it looked more like him because I feel like he has been playing this way defensively. And tonight he only got 5 points, and yesterday he didn't have any points. But we agreed that yesterday, even though it wasn't a good game offensively, he was valuable on defense. And tonight he was very valuable on defense and on offense with the assists and everything as well. We had that block on Keon Ellis that led to the Ivy layup, which was fun, and that was in the first. Yeah. He started the second quarter with a 3. So he came out and he's like, I'm going to try it. Then he missed a 3. He was just going to see if he was hot. He had that knockaway from Cardwell to the transition Cade basket.
Saw that too.
In the third, fighting for offensive rebound and securing that happened under our basket. Yeah. And you couldn't see it because there's just bodies under there, but he got it out.
Yep.
And just multiple big steals in the third to help build the lead back.
5 stocks is great, man.
Yeah. I mean, just insane. And then I also wanted to point out a stat that I saw at the beginning that said that Karras is actually in the top 5 in the NBA for bench points per game.
Really?
11.5. Tim Hardaway Jr., who is beloved here in Denver, is at 11.4.
Oof.
And so it just goes to show, to me, it just had me thinking, like, of course, me and you have been advocates for Karras and the way he plays. I think it's just a little bit of the lack of consistency on offense. Some of the things we haven't seen, you know, with the back-to-backs, the lack of just playing time, or some people like he has too many minutes. I don't know. And there's a little bit of a bias for Karras from the start, I think. And so I have to check my biases too, but I was just a little bit shocked by that because I know that he gets kind of a bad rep for his offensive output with us. But his defense today was just spot on. And I'm just, I hope that I think these 2 games on the road trip, the way he played defense, if that carries on, I'm happy with it.
Yeah, man. I thought he played solid, man. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like I've been on him about his just the lack of consistency. But one thing that really hasn't been lacking is a defensive consistency. Like, and y'all know how I feel about defense. Y'all know I don't really care about if you scoring 25 and giving up 30, I'm not gonna be happy with you. You know what I'm saying? So he's not giving us a crazy scoring output, but we always talk about guys about players who don't do that but still make impact the game. And he's doing. God, he had 3 blocks and 2 steals in 19 minutes.
Yeah,
that's impressive, man. So like, and he had a 2-1 assist. He had some turnovers, but he had 4 assists, 3 boards. So he's trying to do other things when the offense isn't there. I'm not expecting his offense to look like this, 5 points a game the rest of the year. Like you mentioned, he's one of the top scorers off the bench.
We talked about that too.
Yeah.
I'm just a little bit shocked. Like
I'm not tripping at all, honestly.
And I get it because there's Levert haters out there, but tonight he really did a lot of important things. And I also agree I gotta start calling him Butterfingers. He never catches passes or loose balls.
He does bobble sometimes.
Where it slipped away, but it didn't necessarily lead to a turnover. We ended up, I think, scoring on possessions and stuff. Yeah, he didn't have a lot of turnovers. I think he had 2. But he does get a little bit funky out there. He has to save himself or come to his rescue. But I just think tonight was one of his better games of late. I
agree. I'm not mad with him at all, man. Like maybe I'm just looking for different things than other people. I'm looking at the defense, bro. I'm looking at the contribution on that end. That's why I like guys like Ron Holland so much, Javonte Green so much, Isaiah Stewart. That's why I like those guys because they're not always going to give you a scoring output, but they're contributing to what you want to do more than anything, which is play tough defense. We got scorers on this team.
Yeah.
Right? We got.
And he was 2 for 6 tonight. And again, that's not and Duncan was 3 for 7. Like his shooting, if he was 2 for 12 or 2 for 14, that'd be a different story. He's not just making stuff up. He's trying to make the shots that he's comfortable with.
Right.
He's not thinking right now.
That's a good point.
Another thing is like 6 shots in the entire game for how long he's played. That's really not bad. And you make 4 of them.
You made a great point. Like Duncan is 3 for 7 and we're happy.
Yeah.
LeVert is 2 for 6 and we're mad. Like, why? You know what I'm saying? They both missed 4 shots. Duncan just took 1 more.
You just got to check yourself and be like, hey, I got to just, whatever I feel about this guy, I just want to, I just want to focus on what he does this game,
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So I just challenge some, I've challenged you guys in the past to notice like Javonte Green's defense too. But I also want you to just, next time Karras plays, just focus him on the defensive end.
Right. That's the focus, man. And honestly, I want to shout y'all out because y'all have been pretty fair. Like even within this conversation, like Craig was like, I wasn't feeling it. And we talk about it, he's like, okay, yeah, he plays. So yeah, exactly. So we can be real about it. Like y'all know we're gonna be honest. Like when they don't play great, we gonna be like, he didn't play great tonight. We ain't gonna BS y'all. We gonna keep it real. I thought tonight he was solid, man. Especially considering it starts with the defense for everybody. Our main guy in Cade is overexerting sometimes defensively to where he doesn't have enough offensively. So if he's doing that, I want to see everybody do that.
Yep.
Tobias is doing it as the Uncle T. I want to see everybody. So everybody is, the shot is not always going to be there every night for anybody. The defense can be. And the shot is not about effort. The defense is.
Right. I think that
go ahead.
The shot has been inconsistent and it's not falling for him yet consistently. We're like, yes, Karras, like keep doing that. So I challenge you to watch his defense, but also I just think he still has incredible spacing. He has good decision making. He does great with cuts, with passes, with screens. So
read that.
just look at a couple things. Karis has a really good basketball IQ, helps to fall back onto when shots aren't falling. Exactly.
Precisely.
Like JB has played him in some of these, critical moments when people are like, why is he back out there? He hasn't done much. But again, he's had bad games.
Yeah.
But I just think lately I think he's been more consistent on the defense. But I think the offense hasn't been consistent yet. But I like that there's at least some consistency in something there, and that's I definitely trust him on defense.
Yeah, he's not playing as to where he's not giving you anything. He's just out there getting cardio, right? Because that'd be a problem. That's when you'd be like, all right, you're not helping us at all, right? Blackheart says sometimes his bag of rocks has diamonds and gold in it. Look, very good. Just annoying sometimes. Yeah, exactly. And we can live with it for right now because he's not going to get worse as the season goes along, right?
So I felt about like Fontecchio last year because he started off pretty hot with threes, and then when he would come in, it was almost a shock when they went in.
Yeah,
it was kind of a liability on defense.
Yeah,
so I get that feeling because sometimes he even did okay on. He'd have blocks, he'd have good rebounds, like that's why he'd be out there. But then he'd miss all of his threes. But every time he shot it, I'd be like, "Oh, you missed it again." That just sticks with you. And that's how it is. Some people are viewing Karis of like, oh God, like, is it going to go? Because he also, like, when he misses shots, they're not that pretty. Like, they never going to rim out. They're usually
offline. Yeah.
A little off. But I think he'll find it, especially because now I'm seeing consistency grow in defense. So that just could apply that we're going to see a consistency grow in offense. There's just consistency growing. And that's right. That's all we can ask for him right now. If he's going to have is to just keep getting better and getting into it.
Masha says, heading to Lansing in the morning. Good night, y'all. Good night, brother. Happy holidays to you, man. Be safe. Be safe driving, man, for sure. And make sure you have a great holiday for sure. A few more comments and then we'll keep it moving. Correct says, I just expect some offensive consistency at some point. That's fair. He said he makes $15 million. That's fair. But here's the key. It's December, bro. It's December, man. He just got here this season. So we always say, last year, our vets who were here, who came in, they didn't play great to start. It took them until, late winter, early spring to really start to get going. So we got to keep that in mind too. Yeah,
Malik started getting a little hot. Tim was on and off, so we just hit 30 games, right? So just barely over a third of the way through.
Yep.
And we have, 15 more games to the halfway point. So that's kind of when, again, we can talk about it.
Just keep this in mind. When did we start really making flip that switch last year? After the NBA Cup, right? It was at the 32, 33 game mark because it was right around time when JI went down. Everybody's trying to make that correlation. Not factual at all. But the point is that this was around the time when we started to see these guys start to take shape, right? And that was last year when they were just getting used to coach. Most of these guys coming back are used to coach.
Yeah.
So now we just got to get these few guys integrated and they have the rest of the guys to help them do that.
Yep.
So we're fine. We're right where we should be at this point. It's okay. Yeah. Great point, Camille. We were 13-17 last year at this time. And we are 20. That's a great point. And we're 24-6 now. That's the comment. That's one of the comments of the night for sure. Yeah, perspective, absolutely. Guys. Perspective. We got to keep it in perspective. Go ahead.
Just like Hart said, like I want offensive consistency too, because
I'm with him. Yeah, that's fair.
And he is the type of player to develop that. Like he is a reliable shooter. So I think he's the groove, and I just see it trending positively as of late.
The offense will come around if the defense is consistent.
Yep.
It'll come around. Yeah, so we're good. We're good. Last one. I think we overachieved, not gonna lie. We had half our lineup out early, and we found ways to win most teams. Right, exactly, bro. So we're fine. We're fine, man. We're in good shape. We're in good shape. All right, let's get to our last guy, guys, and we will conclude here. Jaden Ivey, guys, tonight. 8 points, 3 of 5 overall, 2 of 3 from 3, showing off the 3 ball again. 3 boards, 3 assists, 2 blocks in 14 minutes, man. I think J.I. had the highest, not everything, but he had the highest plus minus tonight.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah, like you said, not everything, but no turnovers either.
No, again, boss.
And so we saw his speed yesterday. That's kind of what came in, the speed. And today it was more of the way he was moving his body, the way that he was moving.
Oh my God, man.
He has that. It's coming back.
Positional defense is great these days. Go ahead.
Great defense on Westbrook. Westbrook is not easy to guard. He's not easy to guard. And J.I. did great and took on that challenge super well. He was able to shake the zone defense in the first quarter with he was dribbling around. He got everyone to collapse on him. He had that assist to the Stu and those early things. And so just right away they attack the zone, not worried about it. Because again, and that's the whole thing is if the zone's collapsing on you, he had Stu right there, but that's when you kick it out to Cade.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that's when you're like, who do I guard here?
Exactly.
He made his second three and he looked way more confident in it. That was another one where I saw them starting to hustle and even him. And it was a corner three in front of the Kings bench because he missed his first one. And I could just tell he didn't love it because he stayed completely still. He stayed in his motion.
He just came in the game too.
Yes, exactly. And so, but then he hit his second one and it just looked cleaner. And then all of his shots from then on looked pretty clean. I mean, 3 of 5. Yeah, that sounds about right. So, and then in the second, he drained his first shot, which was a 3 of the quarter. So again, and I'm loving the perimeter shooting heating up again.
Yeah, he's shooting 40+% already, guys, from 3 again. Already. 10 months out. The shot was never an issue.
Yeah.
The jumper was never an issue.
His jersey tonight because I just loved what he was doing out there. So,
by the way, guys, for those who don't know, when Boss came to her first game at LCA, first thing she said to me, "Hey, let's go to where's the shop? I gotta get my Jaden Ivey jersey." First thing she said. That's her favorite player. Go ahead.
Yeah, my favorite player. So I'm just really happy to see him. He's just looking again. To me, the biggest thing, despite his performance, which was huge, was just the way he was moving his body on offense, on defense, everywhere. He just looked way more comfortable. Like he looked like he was getting back into his form and doing some of these things, some circus shots, some circus passes, just some plays, which is hard to do. And again, it just completely different from the first few games we saw him in where he was a little stiff.
That's right.
Expectedly.
Exactly. We're going to get to that too, but go ahead. Yeah.
That's all I really have to say on him. I'm just excited. Again, every time we talk about him, I'm just like, I'm excited to see more.
Man, these last 2 weeks, I'm seeing how clean he's playing, and it's frustrating, but it's understanding. I would just want to see more. I just want to see. I know it's I got to be patient. Mm-hmm. It just has me excited for him to play more because of how well he's playing in the limited minutes that he is playing. Because it's hard to play 14 minutes a game. It takes time to really catch a rhythm, and it's hard to catch a rhythm and then sit down. That's frustrating. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you may press and want to take advantage of those minutes, but he's not doing that right now. He's really just allowing the game to come to him, even though he's not playing a lot. And right now, boss, he is hooping.
Yes.
He is, man, he's hooping right now. Came into the game and made plays right away.
Yeah.
Right away. He got to the hoop, drew a foul because his guy couldn't stay in front. The burst is returning. Mm-hmm. You see it more and more and more. The burst is returning. It never really was not there, but it's looking like J.I. from last year more and more.
Yep.
Had a nice and one play for Stu. We got to the paint, dropped it off again for Stu, a lot like last game, but he dropped it off for JD for a nice play. So his playmaking is there. Followed that up with the transition 3, like you said. Not long after, like he's just man. And then also, what I noticed from him, boss, is that the Pistons are slowly giving, even though his minutes aren't really increasing a ton, you can see within the minutes he's playing, they're putting a little bit more and more on his plate.
Yeah.
Giving him more responsibility. Like now, tonight, we saw him initiating offense.
And the 2 blocks, too. Like, as much as, like, his defense is just as impactful as his offense, where I feel like he's a little, not
great point,
lacking on defense, but he's being way more aggressive. Again, his assignment coming in was Westbrook.
Right.
Hard.
Right. Exactly. A guy who he's built like, which is he's built to guard guys like that. Same size, same height, right?
Explosiveness, honestly.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. But he was just very much under control, man.
Yes.
Do you remember the game against the Sixers? It was like his second game back. And you could see they had him bringing I was at that game. Yeah. He was initiating offense, bringing the ball. He just didn't look comfortable. Like his passes were, a few of them getting intercepted. Yeah. It was a game where he bobbled the ball. It went up in the air. Yeah. Like you could just see he was just in no rhythm at all. And everybody was, everybody's panicking. Oh, J.I.'s, what's going on? He's not the same guy anymore. Yeah. But you could just see he wasn't comfortable. But now, because they took him off ball for a while, they said, okay, he's not ready yet. Let's pull it back a little bit. And he was just like exclusively off ball.
Yeah.
Now he's more on ball again. Mm-hmm. And you saw him initiating offense, bringing the ball up the court. Very much under control, making plays, not turning the ball over. So this is why we preach patience with not just J.I., but all these guys. You need reps. You need time. He was off 10, 11 months, bro. Like Asar was off 8 months. We gave him time, understandably, justifiably. J.I. is off 10 months. He needs time, understandably, justifiably. It takes time.
his 10th game back, I believe, or maybe
I think it's 11 or 12 now. But either way, man, like this is, and he's still like 75%.
Mm-hmm.
He still ain't even at his peak 4-4 from last year when he was balling, hitting 4-point plays and hitting buzzer beaters against Raptors. He's not there yet.
Yeah,
he ain't there yet.
Comfortable, just looking.
Wait until February.
Yeah, it's just exciting to see what he's already done and to
crazy
adjust to this and come back from this. You can kind of, I mean, he's played with these guys before, but you can kind of compare it to, Duncan and LeVert coming in this year, being brand new, taking a little bit of time. Same kind of thing with JI, but like you said, you could just see, compared to this first game or the game against the Sixers, and then this one, just how he's more comfortable, how he's just more loose. I feel like he's trusting his body more. He just is looking more and more like himself. Even
exactly.
if his minutes aren't high and his points are going, up and down a little bit.
Yeah.
But, I mean, 3 for 5 and the 2 blocks and the assists and 3 rebounds. Just. Oh.
And he wasn't perfect. Like he had a play at the rim where it got blocked. He probably should have passed it off. Yeah. He fell asleep one time on the backdoor cut. Like he made mistakes, right? Things that you still got to clean up. But you see, like from where he was just 2 weeks ago to now, it's crazy.
It's what you said too about the minutes restriction thing. Like
exactly,
it's still going to be on your mind, and and that's confirmed that he's still on a minutes restriction.
As far as I know.
Okay.
As far as I know.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't say for certain, but I think so.
And because someone also mentioned maybe he only played this many because of the back-to-back.
Back-to-back, yeah.
They're watching him on back-to-backs.
Okay.
But yeah, because I'm excited. Maybe it's 12 games. It's been I think about exactly a month.
Yeah.
So probably in the 4 to 6 weeks when he's going to have this restriction anyway. So.
Yep.
Soon we will definitely see more of him, and I'm just really, like you said, just excited.
Can't wait.
I could say a million things about Ivy. So
a few more comments, guys, because I could too. 313 AJL says never been so impressed with his but the way he's moving his feet, like you could tell he's been watching film.
Yeah.
On how to play defense.
Yep.
Right, the way he is guarding guys, his angles, how he's keeping his hands down, and he's like positioning himself perfectly. You could tell he's watching. He's watching film, man. Yeah. Like he's never guarded like this before. That was the thing. Like people say he's so athletic, but he's not a good defender. Like you can see now he's putting it together.
Yeah.
That athleticism, once he gets the IQ and he understands positionally how to play, and then as a team, like he has the ability, guys, to be a top defender in this league.
And Westbrook, and developing those skills, Westbrook and Schroeder are hard to defend. 2 of his fouls were on Schroeder. He had that one where he went
phantom foul.
And I mean, and he hated it. And that's something that, we would have been thrilled for Schroeder to draw last year. That's just what he does. He's very much like DeRozan. He's very much like some of these guys who know, like Harden, that they know when to when to get the foul call.
Yeah.
So it, some of these, again, he to jump on that wasn't smart, but the fouls tonight and the defensive, like he had tough assignments.
Yep.
Those guys are very tough. They're very smart, and they just
still held his own.
Yeah, exactly.
He still held his own.
Exactly.
So a few more comments, guys, and we'll call it a night. So he'll be back to form probably by in February, right around the deadline. I agree, and that's a perfect time for him to be peaking along with the rest of these guys. Devon says patience on everything: trades, life, players, coaches, everything. Listen to us old folks. We know a little something. We've been around the block a little bit. I agree, Devon, for sure. 313 says, this is gel time right now. Let everything marinate. Yes, exactly. Slow grind.
Like you've said, it was supposed to be kind of a not rebuild. What kind of year did you call it? A not observation year. What did you
evaluation year. Evaluation. Yep.
Evaluation year. Like this is kind of what we're going into. And again, listen to us old folks because we've been through this. While some of these young guys are excited because the Pistons are good. The Pistons are good for the first time in some of these young kids' minds, young people's minds, like very good.
Yep.
And so there's a little bit of a jump. It's like, oh, what can we do to get better? Like how far can we take this? Like this feels amazing. But even if and again, I think the way we're playing, we will go definitely farther than we went last year. There's really no ceiling for us this year. I feel like just the way we're playing, I'm excited to see more. But even if, we don't get as far as we want to, or the season ends earlier than we expected or whatever, I'm just so confident going into next year.
For sure. For
Even
sure.
going into this year, we knew that JB was good. We had that scary stuff about, not knowing without Malik, and almost kind of like I had that feeling of like, was it a fluke season? Like, are we just going to do that kind of the same thing?
Yep. 100%.
All valid stuff. So I just wanted to mention that because, of course, even me and you, we get excited about trades and stuff, but there is just no rush to do it.
Yes.
And
yes.
I like the word gel time. It is gel time.
I like that too.
Maybe we don't gel it as early as we expect, but then we go on a run and gel later, and then next year is even better. So who
agree.
knows what's to come? Because we also, at this point last year, did not know that Jaden Ivey would be breaking his leg.
That's right. That's right.
We were like, look at us. We're hot. This is exciting. Go Pistons. J.I.'s having his best games of his career, the LB stuff. And then,
Devon says, Trajan said it's an evaluation year during the offseason. Yes, that's the thing. Like, we would have, I think less people would have lost sight of that if we were like 15-15 or 20-10 or 17-13. Then it would be more a focus like, well, this is an evaluation year. So, but since we're doing so well, everybody's like, finals.
Yeah.
Pump the brakes. It's still an evaluation year. We're still evaluating what we have because we're still seeing a lot of these guys play together for the first time.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the key we have to remember. It's still an evaluation year. We're still trying to see what we have. To your point, as far as the patience piece.
Yeah.
I said it before, but we all had. So we were around when we saw teams growing organically. Even the 04 team, like even though those guys weren't drafted here, we saw those guys build together. But this is the first time in a long time we've seen all of our homegrown guys that we drafted build together. And we haven't had that. We've had Blake Griffin older, Tracy McGrady, Chris Webber, Antonio McDyess, who was great, right? But we had Allen Iverson. We had guys who were at the end of their careers getting piecemealed with other guys from other places.
Yeah.
Unless you were around, decades ago, you don't really know what it looks like to be able to build a team organically with your draft picks.
And this is
what it looks like.
The Spurs are doing it too. OKC is doing it. Like obviously they didn't draft Shea, but they got him, but they drafted Jalen Williams. They drafted these guys still. Sam Presti has been a phenomenal GM as well, but that just makes it more exciting. I don't know. I'll never be team trade a bunch of young talent away for someone big now and hope that you win and then have to rebuild again. I'm just excited for these guys' career. And for me, like you said, it's been the first time in a while. These guys are now, no matter where they end up, like a Sass or a Danis or whoever, no matter where they end up, it's going to be the way I've gotten to see them and watch them grow and get that time. I'm going to be a fan of them wherever.
Right. Right. I agree. I agree.
I like that aspect to it more as well.
Yeah. Ben says, shout out to my old heads. Hey, we got you, man. Patience, young ones. Patience. Enjoy this slow burn towards greatness. Yeah, guys, we're just getting started. Our window is not closing. It is like we have to rush. Yep. We don't want to be a flash in the pan. Anything that takes time to sustain takes time to build. And just enjoy the games right now because this is fun. It is fun. Let's enjoy it. There are some defensive teams out there like OKC and stuff like this, but there's a lot of teams that don't play with the tenacity that we play with. And I just love seeing us get these blocks, these steals, these turnovers, these transition plays. Exactly. So Pistons basketball. Yes. Devon says, we have our guys. We can replace our vets for cheaper vets or let them sign cheaper and be even more we have options. Yeah. And that's one word, guys, you will hear Trajan Langdon say is optionality. Yeah. As far as flexibility with the cap, as far as roster, as far as rotations, like he loves to have options. That's the key. So what's going on? Cope Approach says, Detroit is here to stay. Y'all have some cornerstone pieces. So where are you from, Cope Approach? Let us know. You say y'all, so you must not be from Detroit. So let us know. We appreciate you for being here as well. So we'll leave it there, guys. 313 says, I was only 8 when we had T-Mac. What a time. What a time. Oh, man. Yeah. So we'll leave it there, guys. Okay, so final thing. Guys, All-Star voting is underway. You guys make sure that you go to vote.nba.com to vote for our Detroit Pistons. Make sure you head over there and vote so we can get at least 2 of our guys to LA for the 2026 All-Star game. Boss, I personally think we will have at least 2 guys, probably just 2 guys this year. I think just on the fact that Cade is Cade. He was there last year. He's gotten better this year. JD is ascending, because he's developing that chemistry with Cade, right? And he's really just evolved his game and improved his game aside from Cade, like just to give him on his own merit. He's really gotten a lot better. And we know that when you get voted in as a reserve, which I would imagine JD probably be reserve, then when the coaches vote, they like voting in players on teams who are winning.
Yeah.
And us being in first place is going to seriously help his case to get. I don't see how he doesn't get there.
Well, that's
the numbers and the record.
I just think it's because we've had more national media this year, but it's just not on people's minds. So that's the only reason I can see JD not making it. But I agree, I'll vote for Cade. And just real quick, Cope approach. I'm a Sixers fan, but a fan of Ivy and Sasser. And I'll say I'm a big Maxey fan.
I like Maxey.
Edgecombe over there. I like
Edgecombe. Yeah.
I like a lot of these guys that you guys have as well. So just get a couple guys off of your payroll.
Let us know either here or later. Are you a fan of the younger guys, like the youth movement, or are you more of a fan of the PG Joel Embiid? You still trying to give that a shot? You trying to give that one last run for a year or two? Or are you more like, no, let's go Edgecombe, let's go Maxey, let's go these young guys? Let us know.
Paul Reed? Do you miss Paul Reed?
Ooh, do you miss Paul Reed? That is a great question.
I want to know.
That's a great question. So everybody's saying Cade and JD. I see that. Yep. I think it's.
Where'd she go? Sorry. Just wanted to say.
For?
She also threw it back.
Hey, okay. That's what's up. So
Dantley, a pull.
Adrian Dantley. So that's tough because he got traded right before we won that championship. He was there for the year before in '88 when we lost to the Lakers. He said, "I want to trade you." I'm not mad at you for that. I'm not mad, man, because I feel like it's time to go in a different direction for y'all. Y'all got pieces for sure. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Maxey and VJ. VJ's your guy. You've been on VJ for a little minute, so I gotta give you credit there for sure.
I really like VJ. I mean, Cooper Flag is finally coming to his form, but I think if VJ keeps up what he's doing, they're gonna be in a head-to-head race for.
I agree. Yeah. She says, "I'm a fan of Asar, but who isn't?" Right? Yeah. Asar's hooping. Maxey's a demon. Yes, he is. He's super quick, man. D. Davis says, "I will vote for K. JD's too." Hey, okay. No Ji. You got to vote again and vote for Ji too. I know he ain't played a lot, but
that's okay. I love a Ron in there because Ron.
Yeah, for sure.
And guys, both
for sure.
Count 3 times, so they count 3 times as much on Christmas. Let's all vote for Ron because that'd be hilarious.
I definitely think we give Ron some love for sure. He's a dog. He's a dog. Ben says Dantley, he never gets any love. Yeah, man, it's unfortunate because Mark Aguirre got traded for. We got traded, Mark Aguirre for him, and he wasn't a part of that championship run. But Dantley was a bucket. He was a bucket, man. I think he led the league in scoring twice. He was a bucket for sure. Crutch says I mess with Kelly Oubre. Yeah, Oubre is annoying if he's not on your team, but you like him if he is. He's one of those guys.
Not me.
Okay. I think he's on your list for sure. I know. All right, we'll leave it there. Right, traded for Mark Aguirre. I already know that. She agrees with you here. Yeah. Some Cedric Howard. Okay.
That's another guy in the run. I agree with you there.
Yep.
Yeah, we got
Stu and Ron getting votes. Yeah, man. Okay, so good luck to you, to the Philly. Going through a little thing, but I think you guys got a bright future if you guys make some right moves and just stick to that youth movement for sure. But we appreciate you showing up. Cope approach, 100%. Grimes too. I like Grimes too. I do like Grimes too. He was here for a minute.
Yeah.
We didn't have him long. He was injured, but I'm with it.
I'm happy for him. And I remember having a discussion with some fans when we traded him and they were like, why would we do that? I was like, well, we have enough people to develop. Like we're in a development. We have enough young guys and he's really found his fit. He never really popped off here with us, but injured. He really found his fit with the Sixers. And so I like, they're a fun team.
Yep. Okay, guys. So let's keep it moving. Let's take a look quickly at the remaining schedule, right? So we're 2-0. We beat the Blazers, got them out of there, got the Kings out of here tonight. Up next, we have the Utah Jazz. I'm also expecting that to be a dub. Personally, the only loss I had was potentially the Lakers because I don't think we're going to get a favorable whistle, but we might. Who knows? But that was the only game I had as really like struggling with after we beat the Blazers. So we could go 5-0. I'm not going to, project that and say they should, but at this point, if we win one more of these 3, we'll have a winning record.
Yeah.
Even we just go 1-3 from here.
Absolutely.
So that's great. That's great. So I think that for sure.
I agree with you completely too. I think kind of like today with DeRozan, with the Clippers, our biggest guy is Harden. He usually has a great game against us. So it's kind of like if you're just shutting down everyone else and just making it tough for him, then that's good. And we also found out that Zubac will not be playing. So
he's hurt.
Jalen Duren will run over Brook Lopez.
Oh, he's like 184 years old.
That is not a man that plays anywhere like Zubac. And
Yeah, I think Brooke Lopez survived the arc flood. Personally, he's been around forever. Dude is a fossil.
Yeah, and like, he's a little older, but like George Blaha has pointed out how Miles Turner lacks at rebounds at the center, and
yeah.
That's also how I feel about Brooke Lopez. He's kind of just there. He can have a good 3-point shooting and stuff, but I did see the Clippers. The Clippers beat the Rockets tonight by 20 points. The Rockets, though, guys, have had some really tough games lately, so I don't know what they're going on.
Devon thinks the Clippers might be a trap game, so we'll see. We'll see. Okay.
I just want to see real quick who.
I think they got us last year too. I think they beat us last year.
Kawhi had 41.
He ain't doing that against us. That's the thing. He's not doing that against Asar, Ron, and Javante.
Right.
It's not happening. And Cade when you need it to. And Jaden. Like, we got so many guys to throw at him.
It was a lower scoring game. Like, for them, well, they had 128, which we gave up 127, but the Rockets only had 108. But Kawhi had 41 and Harden had 29, and then a couple 13 and less. So, like, just relying on two scores. And just the way we've been playing team ball. And I feel like, again, kind of weird games with Cade and first of, the getting fouled out and then the turnovers tonight.
Right.
Just a couple days of rest, and that's the game that he pops off again.
Facts. Okay. Yeah, I'm with that. So we'll see, guys. But Boss may be on her way to a perfect prediction. She said, and I know you changed it, but you said 5-0 to start. Yeah. I said 3-2. I was being, trying to be realistic and fair because it's tough on a road trip. But we'll see.
I'm still sticking with 4-1 because that's realistic, So, and the Trailblazers were one of mine, and then the Jazz. So we'll see about that.
Yeah, so it says showing his age. He was with the Nets.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So we'll see.
I only think of him as the Bucks, but I do know he was with the Nets. But.
So guys, the Pistons get a couple of days off until the next game. That is not coming until Friday after Christmas against the Jazz. A Christmas Day game would have been nice. I was hoping we would get one, but I have a hunch that next year that may change, especially if we keep winning the way we are, and I'm confident they'll keep doing. So I think next year we might get a Christmas game, y'all.
Yeah, Christmas. I do get to see Minnesota at Denver, which I'm excited about, and I will be in Chicago, but I won't on that Friday that we play the Jazz. But I will still be watching the game, and I'll just be only an hour behind you guys, so I'll feel the suffering a little bit better because I'm 2 hours behind you here. So
who you got us losing to?
Oh, I originally predicted the Jazz because they have just been giving teams a hard time, and that's who I still think we would lose to.
Okay.
I think if we get past the Jazz, I'm really confident in us going forward. And I understand the threat of the Lakers, but again, like you said, the way we play. Yeah. Of course, Luka's going to score, but we're going to shut down other options. They don't
play defense either. Yeah.
They're only 3, and I think Duran and Stu will do work on Jackson Hayes.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a very good game of two styles to play. But
Cope says we should get one next year. We should get one next year. Yeah, he said it right. We should have one this year, but I think they probably didn't expect us to do as well as we're doing right now. So we'll settle for one next year. Now that we have probably 2 All-Stars in a way, right? So lastly, guys, I want to give a shout out to our guys because we often talk basketball. It's got to be hard for them personally, man, having to spend time away from their family during the holiday. Mm-hmm. That's got to be tough. Yeah. Shout out to them guys, man, making the sacrifices that they need to focus and stay locked in. That's got to be tough. FaceTiming is cool, but it ain't the same. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? This time of year when everybody's with their family. LeBron just said, I know he's been in the league forever, but he said he'd rather be at home with his family instead of playing games on Christmas Day. So
and that goes to the players, but also, Natalie, Johnny Kane, like everyone that, supports us. True. And anyone, trainers, coaches. I know it's just hard. And I feel like we were on a road trip for Christmas last year as well, because I remember them showing like the feast, and then it might have been Thanksgiving, but I think it was around Christmas, but like JB was there and they just talked about how they made it a family thing. His kids did end up coming, to spend it with them. So it's just tough. It's just tough.
Yeah. That'd be fire, Cope. When Hallie returns with the Hallie, Cade versus Hallie, that'd be fun. Yeah. That'd be fun. Definitely would be nice to get a Cade Claus game. Somebody said Cade Claus. That was hilarious. Cade Claus. That'd be cool to see. But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we get a game next year, man, for sure. What does Devon say? This is Tobias' first Christmas game of the day. That's cool. Yeah, so it's like, first Christmas of the day. That's cool.
Stu had, his young, I think Rafa is a little bit older. Like he has first Christmas when he was a baby.
Yeah.
it's got to be a little bit more fun for them. So yeah, and then
For sure.
Cade has his daughter who we got to see recently in Dallas too.
Shout out Princess Riley.
Yes. So it's just, and Jaden and his 3 kids and his wife. So it's again a huge sacrifice, and they're just out here giving it all. And so even more excited for Friday now, just to see how they come back.
I love the chemistry in the chat, man. Everybody getting along. Everybody's bouncing off of your vibing. I love it, man. I just want to say that too. All right, last thing, guys, and we are done.
It's because it's 3 a.m. there, and you guys are getting loopy.
That's probably what it is too. That's why I need to get up out of here. So last thing, guys, before you get out of here, I need y'all to drop in the comments of this video, what is everybody's favorite Christmas movie?
Mm-hmm.
Boss, you let me know what yours is. I'll tell you what mine is, going back years. But y'all in the chat, let us know when this is over, or even now if you want to. But in the comments, let us know your favorite Christmas movie. Go ahead.
There's lots of great ones. Mine's it's an older-ish one, 2000s, and a little basic. It's called The Family Stone, with Diane Keaton, who passed away.
I ain't seen that.
So it's going to be a little bit harder to watch, but I just really, I don't know, something about that movie. It's a really weird, I hope it never happens to anyone in real life, but it's a very warm Christmas vibe. So.
Is it like It's a Wonderful Lifetime movie?
No, it's just like, it centers around the family Stone.
Okay.
So their last name is Stone. It's around a family and just being home some new, girlfriends and stuff. And just a family flick. So I like it.
Mine is Home Alone.
Yeah.
The second one, Lost in New York. I saw it for the first time and I was like, yeah, man, exactly. You feel me, bro? Yes, bro. Home Alone, bro. That second one. I just watched it today. I got 2 boys. They saw it for the first time, with my wife, Shan. We all watched it. The vibes was back, bro. Like, man, I love that movie. Macaulay Culkin as a kid is hilarious, bro. So I love the vibes this time of year, man. The M&M's commercial with Santa Claus, he does exist. They do exist. I watch that commercial like every year. Like, I love that commercial. So good vibes this time of year. But yeah, you guys drop it in the comments for us, man. Camille's like, why y'all still here, bro? But yeah. Oh, that's a good one too. Nightmare Before Christmas. That's a good one too. Scrooged. I haven't seen that one. Scrooged. I haven't seen Scrooged.
National Lampoon. That's a classic.
I've seen that one. Yeah. Okay. Well, look, make sure y'all go watch the movies.
Yes.
Thursday. When we come back Friday, I want to see everybody talking about how they watched their favorite movie. And we're going to talk about that if we got time after the post game when we beat the Lakers.
Would you rather me watch
Lakers?
This movie? Jazz,
my bad. Go ahead.
Would you rather me watch a Christmas movie or Sinners?
Sinners.
Okay.
Okay, look, D Davis, and I'm gonna take a leap of faith. And we just met, but Cope Approach, have you seen Sinners? Because Boss has not seen Sinners. We trying to get her cultured up in here. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get some culture up in here. This Christmas is a good one, bro. That's a good one. That is a good one. See, gotta watch Sinners.
Okay.
Gotta watch Sinners. Because you gotta get that joke I was telling you about when they were singing Pick Poor Robin Clean. Yeah, I picked Poor Robin Clean. I picked Poor Robin Clean. Yes, Crud, you know what's up, bro. Yes, man. Oh, what? How have you know? Okay. Oh, man, y'all killing me. Cope Approach. If you plan on returning, I hope you do, because I like your energy. Hopefully you come back. I need you, if you can, to watch Sinners. You and Boss, y'all got to watch Sinners between now and Friday. Please. So we can talk about it. So I can get my jokes off and not laughing by myself. Please. All right. It's on HBO. No excuses. No excuses, man. So let's get to it.
Okay.
Y'all got to do that. Just for me. For me. It was fun. Okay. We'll call it there, y'all. Fun episode, man. Great episode. Had some newcomers, some new people we got a chance to meet with, like Cope, Ben, all you guys, man. Ben says after you watch Sinners, watch an analysis video or two. There's symbolism on top of symbolism. And it's not just your average horror movie either.
Right.
It's layers upon layers upon layers, man. So I really think you will like it for sure.
All right. Now I'm gonna watch it tomorry.
Okay.
Later today.
Yeah, got Cope Approach doing the same thing.
Christmas.
Let's do it.
So there we go.
Okay, cool. So look, y'all got everybody here. Have a great night, man. Outro song finna be fire. Dog Pound, you know it's coming. Yeah, it's coming. So y'all stick around for the Dog Pound outro that's coming up in a minute after I finish rambling. But we appreciate you guys being here with us, man. It's been a great show. Great Pistons win. Great vibes, in part because of you guys being here with us. Of course, the boss doing her thing. I'm trying to do my thing with this crazy looking Santa Claus hat, but we move on. We press forward. So you guys have a great night, man. Yes, yes, exactly. You already know the vibes, bro. 100%. So have a great night, guys. Everybody get some rest, get some sleep. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, Happy time off, whatever you want to say. Just enjoy this time off. Enjoy this Pistons win. And we will see you guys come Thursday night, post game after we beat the Friday night. My bad. It's crazy Christmas. Friday night after we beat the Utah Jazz, win our 4th straight game, go 3-0 on this road trip, go to 25-6, all that. So without further ado, guys, you guys have a great night. Happy holidays. And y'all know the drill, man. Detroit versus everybody. Peace.
All the dirty work, all dog. I'ma dive on the floor, go try to block every shot. And I'ma be physical with you the whole game. You know Stu gonna be physical with you. When you think of the Pistons, you think it's just hard work and just gritty basketball. That's just the identity you gotta have when you put on that jersey.
I'm not your average breed of canine. Not a good dog, I'm bad boy for life. I set the tone, don't care about no tick. Let it be known, I get my respect. Come in the lane and see I don't bluff. If you retaliate, that's on ya. Talking pundits, I hear you're ashamed. Talking that shop, you must run this way. If the dog palm, mess around, find out, If the dog palm, mess around, find out, For some barbecue sauce, boy, you better crop a hill, cause I'm like that. When you're ready for some barbecue sauce, boy, you better crop a hill, cause I'm like that. The dog palm, mess around.